Wazam, I have magically entered. Wazam, I have magically ready in a sec. Wazam, I have magically. Oh my god, I can't wait to play today. Oh my god, I can't wait. I should show you guys my t-shirt while I'm here. Let me see if I can. Wait, I'll show you. I should show you guys my t-shirt while we're here. Let me see if I can. Wait, I'll show you. You probably already saw it. Here. Yep. You really think anyone's going to be watching this? Yep. Right. I gotta just quickly do the usual things, you know. Right. I gotta just quickly. You know the drill. You know. Right. I gotta just quickly. You know the drill. You know. I gotta just quickly. You know the drill. We hear the cicadas. When the cicada moment. When the cicada. Oh yo, it's me. Yo. Right. I gotta just quickly do some more things. Right, I'm assuming my mic's going to be good. I mean, why would it not be? I just got to quickly. Right, how's the webcam today? Yeah, it's fine, honestly. I just got to configure my setup actually. Why am I recording? Okay, there we are. There we are, that's fine. So, I just gotta get pop out chat up real quick. Oh, I'll tell you what, I really wish I could just have like my PC locked with the setup that I always use, but I can't really because I use my PC for other stuff that's not like streaming purpose related, so I can't really do that. Because yeah, I use it for FL Studio as well. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, it's just worth it at the same time. Like, what do I not want to use my PC for the entire day? 1:02 AM. Ah, yes. Good sleep schedule. Right. Yeah. Let's begin, I suppose. Wait, you can right click to go to that menu? Wow, I never knew that. Wait, you can change the art styles? Okay, I want the remake one, but like that's really cool. Okay, on that note, I watched too much television, so I'm frantically tired. Oh boy. Right. How's this? No, this is fine. Why am I so paranoid about my webcam being bad? I'll be using this time to catch up on my sleep. Right. It's fall period and I'm completely starved. If I don't sleep now, when will I ever? 2025. Yes, I am aware this was set in 1980. As I began to sprawl out on top of a pipe, Mion grabbed me by the collar. Do you really think I'd let you sleep in peace and quiet? With that look on your face, it would require more courage to take a nap than not. Wait, what happened to the art style? No, I want this art style. Good grief, which means it's going to start again. Now, just killing time with idle chit-chat until the bell rings is impossible for us hot-blooded youth, isn't it? Yo, welcome, Shine. How's it going? Shall we start with a club activity? What? Oh my god, I saw a victory quest. I saw Katsu play course 5. I'm not even going to go into how fucking brutal that looks. I mean, my god. I don't know what to say. That was so difficult. That, I don't know, like Blue Nightmare Sky-like level. Especially that ridiculously precise star. I don't know what it was called, but like, god. It was the star he got before. It was the third star he got. Just nuts. I would never play something that precise, but does look interesting, to be fair. Like, what actually is in Victory Quest? Just as I thought, it's game for this. What's today's game? Now that this is happening, taking a nap is impossible. Not just that, with this sleep deprived head of mine, I'm as good as mincemeat. Oh my god, I have to get my brain into gear. No, I saw him get the 3rd star yesterday, I think. I don't know. Oh no, it was on Saturday actually. I was watching him while I was at work. I have to get my brain into gear. Yeah, he did, yeah. Then I think we should decide what today's penalty game should be before we start. Then I knows what's up. I prepared something super special today. She began to announce the cool penalty game with a grand spinning flourish. But, wait, what was I saying? But before she could do that, Nika, I'm sorry, I have something that I wanted to do. Of all people, it was Nika-chan announcing her non-participation. Even rarer moments do usually occur. Oh, right. I'll tell you what, Shine, I did actually try playing some Smart Spheres 0 today, but yeah, I sort of, you know what was really funny? On Course 2 Reds, you know the first 4 Reds, like in Spawn? I got only 3 of them. I did the entire star, and then I only realised I'd missed one, like 8 out of 8, when I was basically at 8 out of 8. It was so funny. And I mean, yeah, I wall-kicked on the wrong wall, so I died. That was so funny, that joke. That just caused me to completely quit. Losing her timing, Mion spun like a top as she tumbled to the ground. What? Huh? What's the matter? Are you not feeling well? Oh, that's right, Mi-chan here. She has to practice for the Wataganashi. Oh, that's right. It's this Sunday. Rika is in the middle of some super serious training right now. Damn, I've been working too hard lately, so my arms hurt. Damn. I see, well, there's nothing that can be done. There's no point in doing anything if we can't get everybody together. Today, let's just take it easy. I'm very sorry, but I'll try my best. Did you? Holy fuck. I thought my death was bad. Jesus, that is painful. My god. I feel really bad for you. Yeah, good luck. Especially that star as well. There's so much running around. It's so long. Yeah, good luck. We'll be cheering you on. While Mion announced that today's club activities was cancelled, Nika-chan and Sadako headed off behind the school building. Oh, damn. That's a lot. Wow. I have 7. Only I was left alone, completely clueless as to what everybody was talking about. What was that about? Is Nika-chan training for a competition or something? Nika-chan is just mind raiding for the Wataganashi, so she has to perform a ritual dance. It's practice for this. Why don't you explain things in order? First of all, what is this Wataganashi? Secondly, what do you mean by shrine maiden? And lastly, what do you mean by ritual dance? Oh boy, he doesn't know. Didn't you get the notice to your house, Gei-chan? Wasn't it written there? The Wataganashi festival was this Sunday. Huh? Come to think of it, I had a feeling Mum did say something about it during dinner the other day. The Wataganashi is a festival that happens on the shrine maiden Sunday every June. It's very lively. I see, but Wataganashi sounds like a pretty strange name for it. Is it something like the Lantern Festival where they have a memorial for the dead by floating things down the river? I thought Wata means, like, intestine in Japanese. I don't know. Oh, I figured you might guess right, Gei-chan. The Wataganashi or Cotton Drift Festival is, as the name implies, we set cotton drift down the river. The cotton you see is from hutons or jackets, so it'd be something like a huton memorial. And they all pile hutons up on the altar. I've heard of people leaving offerings of things like needles or kitchen knives to their ancestors to casualties of war, but an offerings of hutons is the first for me. What's the history behind that? Oh boy, Mion tilted her head impulsively. I don't think there's a complicated backstory to it. The winters around here are pretty harsh, so things like warm hutons and coats to ward off the cold are fairly important, I guess. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. How long? God, that's a lot. How many levels have you beat? I mean, is it actually possible to beat a level in that game? Or? In other words, it's something like giving thanks to the hutons that took care of you during the winter then. Then the shrine maiden holds a memorial service for them and sets them adrift. That's all the Wataganashi is. Mion and Lena indicated that I came to the correct answer with a round of applause. Oh, in Victory Quest, Because just from course 5 alone, like... Oh wait, no, you said it has a messy difficulty curve. I don't know. Whatever it is, I guess. And you see the Shrine Maiden performing the memorial is Rika-chan. Oh, so Rika-chan is a Shrine Maiden. To mention it, Rika-chan does have a mystical air about her. Right, Rika-chan is in a Shrine Maiden outfit. So cute. It definitely does seem like it would suit her. Yeah, it might be cute. Yeah, I finally get what you're saying. Rika-chan's training for her performance as a Shrine Maiden, then that'll be it. The Shrine Maiden has to perform a number of the dances, a number of the part of the ceremony. It's practice for that. It's a lot of hard work. The Shrine Maiden has to carry a large ceremonial hoe as part of the rite, and it's really heavy for Rika-chan. A large ceremonial hoe. Well, Rika-chan is pretty small. Exactly how heavy is that hoe? It's pretty heavy. And after Rika-chan has been practicing with Motsi Mallet. Damn. Wait a minute, that's way too heavy. Forget about Rika-chan, that'd be rough even for me. Jesus, this is so great ceremonial hoe. If she dropped it by accident, it would be big trouble. Well, it's a once a year kind of deal. All we can do is cheer from the sidelines. It'll be okay. She pulled it off last year. Really? Then the least I can do is cheer her on. Even something a little would help, right? I was rather curious about how exactly she practiced. Mion laughed as she shook her head. Leave her alone. If you go, Rika-chan will get all cute and won't be able to practice. I didn't quite understand what Mion was saying. You see, Rika-chan doesn't like showing people how hard she works, okay? So just leave her be. Even the cool and aloof Rika-chan has times where she sweats while giving it her all. Because she was always so well put together, she didn't want people to see an ungainly side of her. It's not like I couldn't understand that feeling. All I can do is pray for her success, huh? Do your best, Rika. I'm cheering. Well then, I climbed up onto the pipe and plopped down on my side. What a weird use of verbs. Oh right, interesting. A secret. Oh yeah, of course it is, yeah. It has 4 stars, doesn't it? Course 7, course 9, course 10, course 12, and course 8. That's a weird order. That is a really weird order. I'm actually kind of surprised though. You should have... Shine, why didn't you make course 1 the last course? That would have been really funny. Especially because Katz is going to be like one of the people that will play it most. That would be just perfect for him. You can make it really easy as well. I think that would be even funnier. Course 5 and course 14 secret stage. Oh, interesting. Course 15 being like Bowser 3. Oh, that's a shame. Kata beat course 7 and course 9. 6 out of 7 in course 10. Wow. God, that is some progress right there. What about course 12? And course 8? Are they really both like ridiculous? However, in order to transfer more of my psychic waves of encouragement, I'll be entering a meditative state now. Alright. So you're gonna go to sleep after all? Oh boy. But he tries to go to sleep and he just gets punched. Bruh. The lackadaisical noontime ended up giving way too many numbing afternoon classes. Rebounding from yesterday's hunger, I ate too much for lunch that day, leaving me in a horrible condition. I may have gorged myself a bit too much, hard to endure afternoon classes. Oh my god. Doing classes after you've ate too much is a fucking nightmare, god. Ugh. Keisuke, you have an amazing appetite today. Basically, you always eat like a pig, but today was on a whole different level. Yesterday I skipped lunch, right? The hunger just soaked right in. This time, no matter how much I ate, my hunger knew no bounds. I get you. But really, Kei-chan, you always finish your lunch down to the last bite. Heck, even down to the last grain of rice. With food, you showed you're a prison for your person who made it by eating it, you know? I suppose. I never really thought about it. I just thought about, like, appreciation for the nice tastes. If you leave any behind, it's the greed to the person who put in all that effort. I suppose. Hearing that, Mion's eyes momentarily widened in surprise, followed by a cool laugh. Kei-chan, really? At first glance, you see really are unruly and irresponsible, but you're actually pretty conscientious, well disciplined, or something like that. Alright, then I think so too. Oh yeah, sure thing. Ah, oh right. Interesting. Determinate. Determinate. That sounds like some sort of song. Welcome, bro. How is it going? Oh, rip. Yeah, I hope you have fun, Shine. And yeah, nice to see you. It is a song. Oh, of course. Yeah. Hope you have a good one. Keiichi-kun is a lot kinder than he looks. Both of them were probably trying to compliment me, but I had a strange feeling I wasn't being complimented at all. That's not true. I just wanted to say there's a big gap between your appearance and your personality. And I'm saying that's not a compliment. Hey. Oh boy. Hey Sonozaki-san. Maebara-kun. We're in the middle of class. How far did you get, Sonozaki-san? Bring your nose right up here. Startled me on vocalized a rather easy to understand utterance. She was so enthralled in the conversation she had stopped working completely. Oh shit. Doing alright. You haven't progressed until you're in the highest grades, you have to shape up. That Mion, it looks like she's getting lectured, poor bastard. Appearances can be deceiving in other words. Actually, appearances might be the opposite of reality. You say some interesting things. Responding to Deno's seemingly profound statement, I turned my gaze to where Satoko and was happily studying together with Rika-chan. Wait, hang on. Appearance may be the opposite of reality. I love that Denos says that. That's funny. Are you saying that Brat Satoko is actually really meek? If I went by what Denos literally said, then that would be the case. I could hardly imagine Satoko being meek and gentle like some girl in a fairy tale. Satoko-chan has been rude lately, but just a while ago she was pretty different. She acted really spoiled in all ways. Yep. Keep this secret from Satoko-chan, okay? That Satoko was acting so cute. For Satoko to play coy, I think that would have been some part of some calculated plot. Even if she was to hide behind someone, I wouldn't think it was because she was attached to them. But since it came up, I tried to imagine a gentle and coquettish Satoko. That is a weird word.
Oi, Satoko.
Hey, Satoko. I'm gonna be real. I don't really know. I heard King Charles did some good stuff, so that's good. I don't really know much about it. I don't really get. I didn't even watch the coronation, if I'm gonna be real. I mean, it's just really not my area of expertise. I just don't care about it at all. Hey, Satoko. What is it, Oni-sama? This is part of a plot. Satoko smiles clearly and walks towards me. By the way, for every 3 steps forward Satoko took, for some reason I took 3 steps away. Oni-sama, why are you running away? Sorry, Satoko, for you to approach me with such a refreshing smile. You guys just have to think it's some sort of trap. That's what I mean, Oni-sama, you mean it. I'm sorry, I didn't intend to be so mean. That weeping Satoko-chan came closer to me. I'm a sucker for tears. Click. Clank. Huh? A bear trap? My leg was being clamped down on the jacket by jagged metal teeth. Fucking hell. Oh, you fell for it. Now for the next bear. Satoko raised her right arm triumphantly and traps began to trigger right after one after another. I thought like Satoko thought Katie was like Satoshi or something like that. Oh my god, that would have been really interesting if that was the case. Suddenly the wall sprang forward, throwing me 3 blocks away. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I mean, it's just so uninteresting. I couldn't think of a worse way to waste my Sunday. My Saturday. It happened on Saturday, not Sunday, but I'm gonna be real. And there I saw a giant metal ball covered in spikes hurtling towards me. Jesus, where do these people find these type of things? On top of that, in the direction the ball would knock me was a giant What the fuck? I'm not really sure, but Keiichi-kun, you're not thinking of anything completely ludicrous right now, are you? Not really, not at all. Oh, that was just his thoughts. Oh my god. That's a lie. You've got the kind of look on your face that says, I'm gonna be crushed by a giant spike metal ball. Bro, these people are creepy. How could my expression convey what I was thinking like that? Exactly. Bro, this is creepy. Sorry, imagining a meek and gentle Satoko is impossible right now. I try again when I'm in better shape. Next, I look over at Rika-chan, who is working diligently on some kanji drills. In contrast to Satoko, her default state was meek and gentle. if Rika-chan came at me saying all these time I'd hug her type, I could get used to that. What the fuck? Oh my god. This dude needs to go to horny jail. Sorry. Then what about Rika-chan? Are you saying that her appearance is deceiving as well? Saying that out loud, I felt a tinge of doubt. Was Rika-chan really all sweet? Despite her appearance, she was really quite sly. Sweetly, how do you put it? Evading things deftly. I get the feeling that Rika-chan isn't only just sweet. Her appearance is definitely deceiving. I couldn't put exactly what I was imagining into words, but then I managed to say what I wanted to. She turned to me with an impish look in her eyes, like she was saying, you shouldn't say something like that. When Rika-chan grows up, I'm sure she'll become an incredibly devilish, beautiful young man. Don't you think that would be cool? Yeah. I just don't get what the significance is of it, honestly. But I do hope, like, it could maybe make some England-related stuff better. I don't really know much about politics at all, but yeah, should hope the king won't just completely ruin the country. Then I said that lightheartedly, but I, as a man, couldn't laugh at that. The scary part about it that was it felt like it could be true. There's a thing my gaze Rika-chan does towards me and let loose with an angelic smile. Both Deno and I feeling that it was directed to us personally had our hearts skip a beat. Oh, so cute, so cute. And your nose is bleeding. Appearances can be deceiving, huh? Well, then what about our dear leader, Mion? I stared at her as she tried to weasel her way out of being scolded by the teacher. By then I was very that unrefined, calculating, convincing Mion also had a side of her that belied appearances. So, what you're saying is that Mion, despite her appearance, is actually a good person? Mi-chan is a good person. Oh, well, that is true, but what I'm trying to say is... Yep, I know what you're trying to say, Geichi-kun. Touching on that, I was struggling to express my feelings as well, so then I smiled even more beautifully. You know what? Mi-chan is mysterious, right? She's a girl, but it's like she's a girl, that's right. Mion was more aware that she was a girl, but it's exactly what Deno said. When Mion livened up the mood, it wasn't as though she felt like a guy or a girl specifically, but a friend of the same gender. If she were a guy, she would probably be like 2 peas in a pod. Although that's the same way it is right now. But you see, even that Mi-chan is actually really feminine. Deno, how much did Mion pay you exactly? That's not true. Jeez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation, you know. Now I'm begun to pout. Now probably wasn't the time to joke around. Mi-chan is the club president, so she's trying hard to lead everybody, but she's really a very cute girl. I don't want you to forget that Geichi-kun. Rena's gaze focused off into the distance, where Mion was. I'm gonna be real, I don't actually know how long this game is. I think it's like 100 to 200 hours in total of like all the chapters, but I think this game is probably like 15 to 20 hours long at the very most. I know it's so long, but you get so much story, so it's worth it. I want this story so much, and I've really enjoyed just playing it. I might actually do it all. I'm gonna be real. Beyond where Mion was. The Mion that I meant at age of 4 was unimaginably different compared to the Mion that I normally knew. Flustered and hesitant from the unfamiliar job, it was a far cry from the brash and confident Mion. Even though she had to hurry to work, she went through all the trouble to bring me food when I was on the brink of starvation. And she did so not as Mion, but as Sion. What exactly was Sion to Mion? What kind of person was Mion exactly? Geichi-kun, you probably couldn't even begin to imagine. As if to say it was our little secret, then I'll hold her finger up to her lips as she goes. Mion, finally free from the teacher's preaching, returned to her seat, cradling her head to hide her embarrassment. Oh my god. This old man, you see, thinks that grade school is enough for everything you need to study for in life. Saying that, she dropped down into her seat violently. Mion was actually really feminine. Right. I wonder if I could meet Sion again. I wanted to talk to her again. What is that sound? It's not the bell. Maybe it's the mints on my table. Why have I even got mints? I literally never eat them. Clang clang, the principal waved down the bell that served as the school chime. The teacher rushed back to the school blackboard and began to list everybody's homework assignments. Oh god. Well, it looks like there's going to be a lot of homeworks today. You gotta buckle down. Well then, that means even Lena. Huh? What do you mean? Prices can be deceiving. Would that apply to you too? Fuck. Kids can hardly see me. The Yugonena I know sometimes took things too far, but was genuinely kind and gentle, my dear girl. Really? That makes me happy, I guess. If she was the opposite of what she seemed, that would make her... And if you were really the opposite? Just try saying it, I won't be mad. That's what I felt she meant. Lena is... Even if you were the opposite, you still be Lena, right? This question shouldn't have been so nerve-wracking to answer. Maybe it was because the person in question was staring at me, but even saying that took a strange amount of effort. That's no fair, Kate, it's good, and it bothers me when you say it that way. Perhaps unable to endure my silence, Rena's face began to burn red with embarrassment. Lena, Kate-chan, let's go home. Okay, Mion, she unironically saved it. Mion walked over and started getting ready to go home. Whenever school is over, she does really get noticeably more energetic. Who doesn't? Let's be real. It was the same relaxing home walk as always. Digging around my pocket on a whim, I noticed something that should have been there was missing. Shit. What's the matter, Kei-chan? The key to my house I always carry around is gone. Now when I lose it, it's finally time since my parents are home, but this is bad. That sure is troublesome. Did you forget it somewhere, or did you drop it? Which one was it? Did I take it with me this morning in the first place? Huh? Kei-chan, did that key have anything that would make it stand out? Yeah, it was on a keychain. It was a blue fursuit or something I made for your summer homework a long time ago. Dinner. Does it have its eyes shut like it's taking a nap? Oh, how did you know? Yeah, that's it. Mion looked away and began to whistle. So you went for dinner at Angel Mall a couple of days ago, right? That night the staff found the key and there was a fursuit keychains attached to it. What? That's weird. As he said that, she suddenly grew flustered and added that Sion had told her about it. So I dropped it then? That's weird. But aren't you glad they found it? I'm sure they're looking after it for you. God. That's right, why don't you go? Sion looks the same as me, so you'll know her by sight. That was a rather unexpected development. Once again, I had no choice but to go and meet with Sion, but I also had to thank her for my bento for yesterday. Besides taking some time chatting with this other side of Mion might be interesting. Half jokingly, I began to think about other things like this. Right, Angel Mall was it? I'll head on to Sion's restaurant and get my key back. Well, I might have having a nice pot of tea might not be a bad idea. You sound like an English gentleman. Bruh. That's all I can say. I think that may be a little bit accurate. I wonder. Am I really English? Am I? That totally doesn't suit you, Kei-chan. Is this the restaurant, the one that Mi-chan's little sister is working at? I mean... Oh, I'm gonna be real, I don't really know if I could decide that for you, but... I don't really have enough information, but... I don't really have enough information about like how futures would be in other countries to actually sort of give like an informed answer. But I can tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna go to some sort of university, study there, and then probably just go for a living in those sort of conditions. I really do want to live in London when I'm older, but then I could maybe move to another place. I don't know if I'd move to another country though. It'd have to be an English speaking country, but yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, that really doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Is this the restaurant, the one that Mi-chan's little sister is working at? Yeah, why don't we go together? I don't know. Sorry to disappoint you, but I have plans with my father today. Some other opportunity. Nana seemed pretty disappointed to miss such a great opportunity. We said they're twins, but do they really look that much alike enough to mistake which is which? Yeah, they're totally the same, at least on the outside. I like Mion, she's well-mannered and really cute. In response to my teasing, Mion pouted and began to argue with me. I couldn't help but burst up laughing at Mion's little farce. After all... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. The chapter ended at... Oh, wait, no, the chapter hasn't even ended. Okay, good. I can read it. After all, they weren't just identical, they were the same person. After going home, I changed my clothes and dug out my bike at the garage. Just thinking that I'd be able to meet Sion again gave me a mysterious feeling. Sion, a name for a different kind of Mion. She was a mysterious and ridiculous person, believing that she had fooled everybody like that. Wait, where is this? I noticed that I was pedaling along quite happily. Could it be that I was looking forward to meeting Sion? I felt a sense of giddy anticipation, like I was headed towards a new friend's house for the first time. Oh, damn. What then I said about Mion has actually been being really feminine sprang to mind in once again. The guilt from spying on another side of Mion, the self-consciousness from being the only one that knew about that side, these feelings mixed together. That was Sion for you, Mion's little twin sister. Until she felt like coming out admitting she was Mion, it was fine to just call her Sion, right? Mion might be trying to have some fun by acting out on a different persona. Oh god. Wait till he realises. As I reached the top of the steep hill, the horizon expanded before me. I was almost at the station. The last time I wasn't embarrassed since I was here with Dad, but this time I was alone. I was strangely self-conscious about it. Meet Sion and get my key back. This was all this task was supposed to be. If I'd ordered around like this, maybe Sion would find me before she headed in for work. Hey, what are you doing, Maya? But okay, so you're just here to get your key back, you know? It's not like you're some love tricycle boy here to hand over a love letter. The thoughts inside of my head was turning into a jumbled mess. I came to the realization that I was downright giddy. Oh my god. That's just weird. So what's going to happen because these parties are in like real conflict? Are there like some parts of America where they actually rule, or is one party like more dominant over another one? Oh god, I hope nothing bad happens as a result of that. Fuck. That just sounds really stupid. Oh right. Oh god, that sounds like a nightmare. Well, hopefully nothing bad happens because of it. That does sound just really annoying though. I mean, which states do like the more corrupt side actually rule in? I'm kind of interested because I wonder if like that has a reflect on the quality of the state overall and like the crime levels, for example. That's why just for a tiny little bit, I got a little bit carried away and did something really stupid. Oh boy. Did he run in front of the train? I can't tell. It was in the way, sure, but there was absolutely no need for me to kick it. I definitely think I got too carried away. Oh, this is gonna be the best. Like crash as the three bikes doubled one after another like dominoes. The loud noise they caused slapped me back to my senses. Oh shit, the hell do you think you're doing? The owners of these three bikes were right. They looked exactly like what you call thugs up to no good. They lifted their heads up in an imposing manner and yelled angry in a way I'd never heard before. The three of them beelined towards me and the worn down heels of their thin soled shoes slapping noisily against the pavement. I could only stare listlessly as if I was watching some far off event that didn't concern me at all. Oh, God. That's really interesting. God, those states are so big. I mean, at least they don't really rule over many states, but I don't know, are those states so big that they sort of have a similar amount of people living there as compared to the other states, or no? Because I'm not really sure about whole American geography related things. Oh, right. That's good that they're not ruling that much then. By the time I realised it, I had been grabbed by the collar and lifted onto my tiptoes. Don't be playing dumb. You knocked him over, didn't ya? Ha! The three thugs were completely ignoring the rules of grammar, but the way they spoke enough was to make me tremble. Just like that, my composure drained away, my legs buckled and my throat grew dry enough to crack. I'm sorry, I accidentally accidented my arse. You kicked it, didn't you, dumbass? I was completely at fault, so there was nothing I could say in my defence. As a result, I was pulled even higher. The hell, man? The paint's all scarred. Yo, bruh, who put you up to this, eh? This is your goddamn fault. The three of them continued to yell at me. I had no idea what each of them was saying. Getting further from Razor, I was only listening to while dumbstruck they grabbed an empty plastic crate from a nearby store and began to smash it repeatedly against the telephone pole. Damn, cracks formed in the crate, plastic shards flying everywhere. They then slammed into full force into the stuttered storefront. Smash! Fucking hell! Just because somebody kicks over your bikes. Shit. The shatter let out a frighteningly loud noise. Still not satisfied, they flipped over a case of empty cans, scattering its contents all over the place. This was not normal. It was something you'd see on television or in manga, but I never thought seeing it in person would be this terrifying. I became painfully aware that the safety of civilized society was only held up by such a frail concept such as morals. My knees clattered together noisily. Static began to problem my vision. This is what you would call absolute terror. There was nothing I could do to stop this frightening spectacle of violence. I can only pray for help. The fear I felt was just too much. Would somebody help me? My gaze floundered around the surrounding area. I was surrounded by these hoodlums. No way there would be a passerby brave enough to intervene. Fuck. Maybe this was what you call repeating what you sow. If I were a passerby, there would be no doubt that I'd ignore what was going on. So this was somewhat of a cosmic retribution. Fucking say something! I'll fucking stab you! Oh my god. Angry yelling loud enough to rattle my eardrums spewed forth right in front of my face. My waning consciousness was forcefully dragged back to the forefront. The thug that cocked back his free hand and twisted his body when suddenly a metallic taste filtered through the back of my throat. A chill ran down my spine like a jolt of electricity. Seeing what was going on to happen next, I squeezed my eyes shut as tightly as possible and grit my teeth. Fuck. You're making quite the racket, you stupid pieces of trash. Get out of my sight. And that voice was a short distance away. Still holding me by the collar, the three thugs spun around to look behind them. Oh shit. Shion. The fuck you say? Standing there was Mion. She stood there desperately displaying an imposing stature that I'd never seen before. She didn't have the same look on her face as she did when we were playing around during clubs. Those eyes were the eyes that would instill fear in anyone who looked upon them, the eyes of a raptor. They were the epitome of terror. At the same time, they were the most reassuring things in the world. I'm only saying this one more time. Let go of Kei-chan and get lost. Mion, without an ounce of fear, let down her ultimatum. Of course, there was no way those three wouldn't go absolutely berserk. The situation instantly turned explosively dangerous. You fucking bitch! I'll fucking bash your head in. Oh my god. I shouldn't be laughing at this, but this grammar is just so bad. Stopping Mion, these guys are like rabid dogs. No amount of bluffing will work. Mion, it's dangerous. Sod it. Sod it? What does that mean? Oh, so rough. Oh, so run. I knew what I was saying was pathetic, but I couldn't let Mion get involved in this. No matter how much you looked at it, Mion was only bluffing. But did Mion even know the meaning of the word bluff? However, the reason behind everything soon became apparent. They were slowly increasing in number, little by little. At first, it was only businessmen on their way home, stopping to take a look. Then it was housewives in the middle of shopping, taking a gander. Next, what seemed to be like the owner of some store showed up, and it was pretty clear he wasn't just looking. Around Mion, there were already 7 people gathered. It felt different than people coming out to support a friend. If I had to say why, it was because the group that gathered was diverse in age and gender. Oh, right. Interesting. Jesus, 40 million people in just 2 states. That's nuts. Oh yeah, God, I don't blame you at all. I mean, I don't know, which country actually does have like the best human rights regulations? Because I really don't know. I would say countries like these do have good human rights, but then you see things like, for example, immigrants and how they treat them, and foreigners as well that are trying to get into the country. So yeah, can't really say that. Oh, interesting. Which countries? Oh god, yeah, racism as well. Everything is, really. The three thugs teams suddenly realised that there was something strange about the situation. Who the hell are these guys? Behind them, at some point, 4 or more people with different clothes and ages had gathered. A girl who looked to be in middle school, a man wearing a bakery apron, an old lady in a house cleaning smock. More and more people with various ages, their gazes comparable to the Mion's were of hostility, of intimidation. Before I realised it, only over 10 people had formed a ring around us. At that moment, 5 elementary schoolers ran and joined the circle. Damn, there were some familiar faces, some of our classmates. Then these people were residents of Hinamizawa. More and more people from the Hinamizawa gathered around. In obvious contrast, the residents of Okinomiya were passing by as quickly as possible. Oh, that's funny. The fuck are you guys? Don't go the fuck away. The group surrounding us had suddenly swelled to around 20 people. Completely unsettled, the faces of the thugs began to show first signs of panic. Damn, nobody spoke a word, Mion included. That made everything completely unnatural, and depending on which side you were on, completely terrifying. Only the thugs' voices echoed out like they were screaming. Somebody took a step forward, closing the gap between them. As they did, everybody else took a step forward, shrinking the circle. The hoodlums went as pale as they were, pushed together, back to back, while still yelling angrily. They were still trying to string together vulgarities, but for some reason it sounded like they were crying out for help. Oh my god. Alright, what's going on here? What's going on? It was sudden, a solidly built out officer cut his way through the crowd. At some point 2 police cars had arrived, some passerby had undoubtedly called for them, and several belly officers appeared from inside the second vehicle. Oh, officer, good timing, there you go. The extortionist, of course, red-handed. Please arrest him. The fuck? That's the one that's wrong here. Mion, returning to her usual self, was nonchalantly pointing out the hoodlums to the police. Of course the thugs were furious, but now it came to this, there was nothing they could do. Oh boy. Oh. That's really good that they have good leaders. I mean, I did also hear some stuff, I did hear some stuff that, for example, in countries like, I know apparently Finland's like a really, really positive, really happy, and just really well ruled out country. I think there's also New Zealand. I don't even know any other ones. Oh, that's odd. Wait, what even is a Twitch handle? I've never actually seen it before. Yeah, I've seen some Finland people just online. They're pretty nice. Okay, come over here for a sec. Come on already. The officers handcuffed the thugs and dragged them towards the patrol cars. Oh my god, the fuck, let me go. We're the victims here. Are you listening, damn it? No matter how much of a ruckus they caused, the officers paid no head. In the blink of an eye, they were crammed inside the 2 vehicles. They used to be heard yelling while inside the police cars, but what they were saying was no longer intelligible. Middle-aged man. Ah, yes. Are you alright? Are you injured? He was probably a detective. The man leading the police peered at my face. Oh, this is really funny because Katie doesn't know Oishi-san here. Because, yeah, Oishi was the person, like, one of the biggest people in the last chapter, but he hasn't actually met him here. This is the first time he meets him. Yeah, no, I really don't blame you. But that as well, I mean, God, it's so far away. Must be very interesting living in a place like that, though. I heard just to get to New Zealand, it's a 13-hour flight. Like, 13 hours. From, England, sorry. It's ridiculous. It's so far away. The man leading the police peered at my face. No, not really. Well, that's a bit of a silver lining then. Well then, have a good year. The portly man, after taking a quick look around, addressed the crowd. Thank you, citizens, for your timely report. Thanks to your efforts, we will be able to keep the peace today. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you for your hard work, Detective Oishi. As a citizen, I thank you for your daily efforts. It's an honor for a detective from the 1st Division to come out all this way. The way Sion talked, it didn't have a very pleasant tone. Ooh. It was a coincidence. I happened near the call over the radio on my way back from the prefectural office. I just made a little detour. Please keep up the good work. I pray for Success in your future endeavours. Oh shucks. It's a good thing there were no injuries though. Oi-san! We're done here, let's go! Well then, have a good year. I'm sorry, could you make way? Detective named Oishi, after jovially making pleasantries, lumbered over to the waiting police car. That's why he hasn't met Oishi, because like in the original chapter he met him after the Wataganashi when like Tomitake-san was found dead, but yeah, this is way before it. Completely forgot about that. You sort of lose time, you lose your perspective a bit thanks to things like this. It quickly set up disappearing down the city street. It was over so quickly. I was dumbstruck. I didn't even get to ask the officer what was going on. It was like they came here so quickly to disperse the mob before any trouble could start. Wait, what? Why? Why are you banned from immigrating there? What? Do they have something against, like, people from America? After making sure the police cars had left, Mion snapped her fingers sharply. Alright, that was a wrap. And don't come back. That was the signal, and the tension melted away in an instant as everybody began smiling. A middle-aged man helped me up. Are you okay? Maya butter? Next time, pick your fingers a bit better. It's not like I wanted to fight. Are you hurt anywhere? If you hit your head, it would be a good idea to get an x-ray taken. An older lady I didn't know the name of was concerned about my injury. You were lucky this happened right in front of the station when it was busy, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to gather as many people. Next time, be more careful. City kids these days are pretty unruly. Sorry, honestly. I was even warned by the old lady in the smock. As Sion finished applauding the dispersing group for their efforts, she strode over to me. Oh god, that misunderstanding. Well, you're pretty good, Kechan. But I also think you should be more careful about who you pick a fight with. Thanks, Mion, you saved my bacon there. Like I said, I'm Sion. She made troubled expression as she turned her gaze downward, blushing in embarrassment. I heard from my sister, the festival Kechan was yours, Kechan. Oh yeah, that's right, I was just heading to the restaurant. And you ended up feeling so excited that you got mixed up in something weird. Now it was my turn for my face to go red. I didn't want to admit that she was spot on. Well, I was just unlucky, but you really saved me, Shion. You don't have to thank me, so if you see someone else getting bullied, help them out, okay? We value that type of thing very high here. I was very well versed in that sense of camaraderie. But the way I was rescued just now, something seemed a little off about that. The fuck? Why? That's just weird. Why can't you... That's so weird. Why can't you immigrate there? Even if you wanted to. I can understand if you had, like, I don't know, for example, criminal record. I don't know. Minor convictions for stuff. Things that would make you seem dodgy and go into another country. But that's just weird. God. So I hate that I'm just saying, like, ooh. The fuck? I was expecting a dumb reason, but I wasn't expecting something as dumb as that. Jesus, what? How are they too expensive? That is just weird. By the way, I was rescued just now, something seemed a little bit off about that. While I helped out, it was honestly to an almost disturbing degree. You're coming into the restaurant, right? You must be tired, so why don't you relax for a bit, my tree? Seeing that she got the glimmer of suspicion in my eyes, without waiting for... Oh, for fuck's sake. I didn't see what the last thing said. That's so stupid. My god. Can you not even, like, travel there if you wanted to for a holiday, say? Just because of that? Or would they not let you because of, for example, like, public healthcare insurance if you get injured or something bad happens to you on your holiday? Oh, okay, at least you can visit there, but I still think that's really stupid you can't live there. Yeah. God. Without waiting for my answer, Shion began walking. After cooling off a bit inside the restaurant, little by little, I realised I was still on edge. Right, I'm just gonna BRB. I really need a drink of water. My mouth is like literally drier than a desert at the moment. Right. I have learnt from my mistakes. I have got a water bottle. There we are. Good fucking riddance, thirst. When you say, like, autistic people can't move there, do you mean just autistic, or is it like people with all sorts of things? I mean, like, for example, what if you had some sort of mental illness, like, I don't know, like, what's a good one? If you were actually, like, diagnosed with depression, for example, would you actually be able to move there? I should move my webcam. No, I shouldn't actually. There we are, that's fine. Right, so after cooling off a bit inside the restaurant, little by little I realised I was still on edge. There were still spots in here that on my body that hurt, probably because I had been so stiff with nervousness. God. Oh right. God. It's just so weird. Sion, who had changed into a uniform, brought over 2 glasses of iced coffee. Oh god. Oh god, she's in her uniform. I gotta get out the gondole. No. No. I love doing this. This is why my visual novel streams are the best. Okay, that's... Jesus Christ. Yeah, I did, but like... Fucking hell. That's insane. I mean... Okay, I think it's one thing not letting people live there from another country, but if they actually fucking need to, like something like that, that's so corrupt. God. Poor bloody woman. Oh my god. My detectiveness really had no bounds, but since you went through the trouble, I might as well take her up on the offer. Even though it had not started out as such a lovely day, I'd had to get carried away and do that stupid thing. I had completely ruined it. But really, you really saved my hide there. I really come to see you as a reliable. Even I was scared, but Kei-chan was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. While I was a little bit embarrassed about what she said, Shion made a show of folding her arms boldly. Shion, really, thank you. I was thanking Sion, but I really wanted to thank Mion. Mion, really thank you. Down to relate to, if you feel a little bit indebted, then you have the chance. You should help somebody in need. Like for example, if I'm in ever in trouble, please come and save me. Oh yeah, of course, it's a promise. Ooh, you absolutely have to. Taking advantage of my words, he seemed happy about my promise. So if I'm ever in trouble, Kei-chan will come and save me. I hope trouble comes soon. Ah, you finally smiled. So she said as she smiled herself, poking me in the cheek. A downtrodden Kei-chan is as good as an imposter. Come on, smile, smile, smile. That tickles, smile. What the fuck is happening? Oh, she's getting tickled. Oh my god. Thanks to Sion's meddling, I finally cheered up a little. All the muscles in my body that are stiffened because of the incident finally began to relax a little. Let's go. When you're in a better mood, don't you get a little hungry? I'm just kind of hungry, so I want to eat some pancakes or something. I'm not gonna lie, I would do with some pancakes right now, but I'd be so full if I had any. Do you want some, Kei-chan? I wanted to show a little restraint, but the restraint really wasn't my thing. That's why I replied without any. They're good, right? I'm pretty picky when it comes to pancakes. Don't worry, our pancakes have a pretty good reputation. Sion ordered some pancakes from a nearby waitress. An employee ordering from another employee seems kind of weird. Hey, speaking of that, when you were in the middle of a shift, you've just been slacking off while talking to me. I told my uncle that you saved me when I was surrounded by hoodlums, so he's rewarding you. Oh my god. Bro, that is just the worst thing for like Sion to say, because how is Katie gonna believe that she's not Mion now? So I have the manager's permission. That's exactly the opposite of what happened. Is that alright? It's perfectly fine. By the time the pancakes arrived, we had entered into a relaxed conversation. The pancakes better be good. Bruh, we can't even see him. As the two of us ate pancakes, we livened the mood with some chit chat about what was on TV, celebrities, that kind of thing, hobbies, food, really nothing more than idle chit chat. Talking together like this, I once became conscious of a Sion being a girl. Hey, now, that's funny talk about Agechi. Sion and Mion are the same person. If there was anything different between them, there was only whether or not Mion admitted she was Mion. But given that, how come our conversation was this different? Oh. Kei-chan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? That's not true. If she were a guy, I'd punch the living daylights out of her. I think the reason you guys get along so well is because you have that kind of platonic relationship. That's a pretty rare and enviable thing to happen, don't you think? I don't get what you're saying. But it really would be a waste to treat her like a girl. Hey Kei-chan, that's sexist. Here the word sexist was the cause for introspection. I don't even know what that means. When I was prejudiced against the Mion, what was I prejudiced against Mion and Sion for? Mion was Mion, and she was the best friend a guy could have. No reservations and head and shoulders above me when it comes to club activities. If I had met her 5 years earlier, my life would have been probably a lot more fun. Of this I had no doubt. Then what about Sion? She was Mion's little sister, and it hadn't even been 3 days since we'd met. Her relationship was so much more distant, as the only thread we had in common was that I knew her sister. And for Sion, it was the same. As someone knew that she met 3 days. I was somebody she met 3 days ago only because I was a friend of her sister's. The difference between Mion and Sion: friendliness, familiarity. And playing around with those unfamiliar thoughts for a while, I stopped listening to Sion. Hypothetically, okay? Are you still listening? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm listening. This is just a hypothetical question, okay? Both me and my sister were in trouble, okay? In trouble? We're dangling off the side of a cliff. Which one of us do you... Oh god, these questions are the worst. You can only save one. She wasn't saying it to tease me, but I had a playful tone behind her voice. That's not a nice question. I want to save you both, but I can't do that, right? Right, you can only save either Sion or Mion. Who do you save? If it were Mion, I don't think she'd be in the situation in the first place, as it was something she could easily get out of herself. But what about the normal, frail Sion? I guess I'd have no choice. It's not my sister, right? If Mion and Sion were completely different people, I suppose it would come to that. I couldn't confirm nor deny it. She could have been smiling, but her gaze locked firmly onto mine. In other words, that's it, isn't it? My sister is... Huh? Sorry, I missed up what I was trying to say. Sion was trying to talk in a light-hearted manner, but I felt there was something more behind her words. Was Mion trying to tell me something through Sion? Not being able to put a finger on exactly what was, what's that? Was vexing? What it was vexing. Sion decided her embarrassment and the conversation around. More importantly, just now, were you surprised? Of course I was. If it were Lena or Satoko, I would have been one thing. But for all these people, young and old together, they're all from Hinamizawa, right? Yeah, that's right. Everybody in Hinamizawa is a pretty close-knit. An enemy of one is the enemy of all. Nobody is going to look on from the sidelines. They're a pretty reliable group of residents. If somebody is being picked on, then everybody unites to get rid of the bully. It kind of sounds like the Mafia or the Yakuza's brand of unity. You shouldn't say something like that. It's something you should be thankful for. You were saved by the unity, weren't you? Never forget to show your appreciation. I half-heartedly agreed. I knew full well I should be appreciative. Everybody really is close-knit, aren't they? Maybe it's because of tradition. Hinamizawa has been in danger of becoming a ghost town on several occasions. There's been a history of the villages uniting together each time to fight for the village's continued existence. For example, Kei-chan, do you know about the Hinamizawa Dam project? Boy, shit is gonna hit the fan now. Hinamizawa Dam project? Let's see, I felt like I've heard somebody talking about it before. About 10 years ago, there was a sudden proposal to build a dam here, which would have submerged Hinamizawa underwater. Oh, that's the way. I think I heard my dad talk about that. But I'm pretty sure that plan was cancelled, right? We made them cancel it. Everybody banded together, so that was a well-earned victory. I think there's a little bit more to this story. That sounded pretty much like the story I heard. The protest intensified to the point where it featured in newspapers and magazines. As a result, the plan was suspended. The whole story with the dam apparently started before I was born. At first, the proposal was only for explanatory purposes or a small dam to control erosion. But then the cat was let out of the bag. If it were completed, it would have been the biggest dam in Japan. Damn! Not just in Hinamizawa, but several villages upstream would have been submerged as well. Fucking hell. Wow. The protest immediately began. Petitions to cancel or relocate the project were drafted and submitted into the Diet. They even went so far as to go to the Ministry of Construction in Tokyo to hand over a direct appeal to the minister. Damn. The previous landowner sued the government, stating there was inconsistencies in the purchase agreement and the transaction should be nullified. Owners of the unacquired land split their properties, increasing the number of landowners in order to stifle the project. It was all very precious when the land acquisition was still about money. Eventually they started relying on eminent domain in order to seize land. It started at that point. The riot police began to get violent. Riot police? You mean the police? Why were they out violent? They punched, they kicked. There was a time when I was here. Damn. Right about here, I think my skin split open and a whole lot of blood spread. Fucking hell. Saying that she indicated her temple by poking at it. What happened to the police? Filing a complaint against riot police for police brutality would seem strange for some reason. Naturally, they wouldn't pay heed to something like that. You wouldn't be able to establish proof on who exactly hit you, and they could justify their actions by saying you were interfering with police duties. My nana went off like a firework. After then, it was amazing, like a full-scale war. We weren't just going to get split. We weren't just going to sit by and idly file complaints. We went on the offensive. Oh, it's this newspaper. Fuck. First of all, in order to call attention to the government, they filed a temporary injunction in court. Then, in order to gain public support, they called in prominent scientists to say that Hinamizawa was of valuable nature preserve. They pressured the prefectural and municipal assembly, saying that the prefectural governor ignored his constituents when he approved the project and demanded his resignation. Fucking hell. They completely and thoroughly denounced him. Jesus Christ. Bro, these people were brutal. Wow, I mean, okay, they bloody deserve it, but like, God, they will never stop, is what I'm trying to say. Naturally, in Hinamizawa, a ferocious conflict worthy of being called the Dam War began. In order to suppress the police's brutality, they coordinated with the network channels and exposed the violence of the riot squad members to the public. On top of that, they put together a special expose themed around the government repressing the citizens and aired it nationally. Fucking hell, it worked wonders. Following that, the SWAT teams had their hand cuffed down. Day after day, the petitions and demonstrations continued. Propaganda was used to help garner support. The circle of support gradually expanded outwards from Hinamizawa. Either that bore through or the government finally decided against it. It was announced that the dam project was indefinitely suspended for just a few years ago. We did everything we could. The entire village banded together and fought. At that time we were desperate, but now I don't really want to show this on my stream, so yeah. But now it's over, it's become a pretty good memory. Yeah, they had to be desperate. I mean, God, where would they be now? What would actually happen if the dam project actually went through, I wonder? The villagers' feelings of solidarity and unity still haven't faded. Sion said that as she focused off into the distance. I felt that those eyes weren't filled with anguish, but rather a sense of pride. That kind of solidarity is pretty nice. You don't see it too often. Bridging the generation gap and unifying the region. I think so too. The dam project was a trial. I think that just the fact that we were able to overcome it was huge. Yeah, I see what she means. The fear I was feeling until just now gradually began to fade. When people began to show up one after another while I was engaged with those thugs, I thought it was frightening. But now I felt from the bottom of my heart that I had been rude. Those villagers prepared to defend their homeland to the death. The sense of solidarity that they fostered. It might seem impudent to say this, but I was a little jealous. If I had been in Hinamizawa when the protest against the dam was going on, I might have been able to share that instance of solidarity. Kei-chan, you weren't here at the time, so I don't think you can fully feel the solidarity in the village, but everybody shares it thoroughly, even with somebody who just moved here like you, Kei-chan. She couldn't have been more right. So many people got together to help me out when I just moved here, even though they were just strangers whose names I didn't even know. A whole feeling began welling up inside of me. When I lived in the city, I didn't even know my own neighbours. Fucking hell, I thought that was natural, but here that was an absurd and pathetic thing. Even though I thought of them as strangers, all the other villagers viewed me as a comrade. Happiness and warmth. I was actually aware of those feelings until they gradually welled up. Acutely aware of those things as they gradually rolled up inside of me. Sonozaki-san, the manager wants you to work the floor. A more senior waitress waved her hand and called up to Shion. It seemed like it was time for work. Okay, I'm coming. Sorry, Lisa, I have to go to work now. It's fine, thanks for hanging out with me. It was fun. Oh, are you going home? Yeah, Mama is fuzzy, I'm not home by dinner time. It seemed that Shion wanted to say something, but she swallowed her words. Like we hadn't talked enough, that kind of feeling. Looking at that expression, I regretted saying something that had disappointed me on like that. I was about to say that I could just for a little bit longer when Shion got up from her seat. Here, if you use the coupon, I should cover the pancakes as well. Oh, damn. So not only do your life basically get saved, you get a blooming coupon as well. Bruh. This is too kind. Saying that, she showed me a coupon booklet as she tore a few sheets and handed them to me. Convenient, isn't it? Is the burger not on top of my salary? Oh my god. It's okay, I can pay for the pancakes myself. Hey, being so reserved doesn't fit you, Kei-chan. If I was my sister, you would have gladly let me pay for it. She said as she laughed, gently stopping me from opening my wallet. Being told it with such an encouraging smile really resounded with me. Sonozaki-san, sorry, could you take care of the register? Yes, right away. Later, today was fun. Saying that, Shion smiled one more time at me. Oh, Mion, thanks a lot for today. I owe you one. If you really think that, then return the favour. I'm looking forward to it. After I said that, I realised mistakenly called her Mion. I didn't know if she realised it or not. Oh, that must be tricky. I'm gonna have a mint. My mouth is really dry at the moment. Annoying AF. Can't lie. Lazing around and watching television after dinner was part of my daily routine. Maybe. Yep, I literally have mints on my desk. It was because when I used to do YouTube content, my mouth always used to get really dry when I recorded, and I just have those mints like whenever my mouth got really dry. It was actually kind of convenient. It's Dominion. They're actually a really big mint brand here. They do a lot of like sherbet flavoured sweets and just flavoured mints in general. I remember that they once had like some sort of, I don't know, some it was like some butterscotch flavoured mint or something. I tried it and I actually really liked it. It was really cool. It might seem like a waste of at first glance, but you could say it was an important time where I was able to accrue knowledge of everything from politics to economics to various trivia. It must be really fun watching like television back in those days. Television is so arse around here nowadays. After dinner was valuable time well spent while the brain was at its most supplied with nutrients. You idiot, it's obvious the Tokyo Tower is taller. Today I tested my knowledge of trivia by watching my weekly quiz show. Oh god. Sitting in the front of the television, I was able to get a lot of the answers right, but if I were actually up on stage, I would probably fail miserably. A phone call? Geichi! Phone call from Sonozaki-san? Sonozaki? That's me on. It was a little late for her to be calling. I had a bad feeling about this. I had a hunch that it was something to do with club activities. She was probably going to inform me about what we were doing tomorrow. This was Myeon we were talking about, so you might even go as far as saying we're doing club activities right now, so hurry up and come over. By the way, it was 8 PM. Hello. No, we're having a club battle right now. Huh? That's not it. Oh! I mean, it was Myeon, but it was a very Myeon-like way of talking. Huh? Could it be Sion? Sorry, could it be you're not Myeon, but Sion? That's right, good evening. I'm sorry for calling you so late. For Myeon, this would be an ill-fittingly polite way of talking, but since it was Sion, it was natural. Even though they were both the same person, with a dry smile, I enjoyed that mysterious feeling. No, it's fine, what's up? Kejan, do you like sweets, like cakes or desserts? There was no way I hated them. I'm an unabashed glutton. Relatable. That's great. Actually, there's a new dessert contest this summer. Looks like they have a new dessert menu every season. Damn. Oh, right. Somebody is really lucky. You do not realise how much... If this is actually, like, if he's actually going to become a taste tester for desserts, then you do not realise how envious I am of him. Oh my god, those desserts will probably be really good as well. I wish I could have some. So they're hiring taste testers for potential desserts. The desserts at Angel Mort have a really good reputation. Okay, if they were at Angel Mort, then I think you probably know why I'd resist. I would not go into a store that's as dodgy as Angel Mort. But like, if it was just in like some sort of professional, I don't know, like London dessert place. Oh my god, please! It's pretty difficult to get accepted as a taste tester. I'll get right to the point. Ta-da! You say ta-da, but I can't see over the phone. Still, it can't be. That's right, I have a taste testing ticket right here. Oh my god! If you don't mind sweets, how about it? When you say how about it, you basically mean with that ticket I can eat all the new desserts I want. Then say to beware. They say to beware of honey pots, but this is sweeter than any pot of honey. Or you can eat free dessert? No way. If you're okay with that, I'll register you as a taste tester. When you come to the restaurant tomorrow, just give me the person just give the person in charge your name. Then everything will work out. When you say everything will work out, you mean all you can eat for free? Fucking hell. Bro, this dude is so lucky. Yeah, it's free. There's quite a bit, so I recommend you come hungry. This was such a delectable opportunity. It was almost scary that this really was Sion, right? It wasn't me on posing as Sion in order to bait me into a trap, was it? What am I saying? They're the same person. Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking, Kei-chan. You're thinking this is too good to be true, right? I mean, I would never. Snort. He. My sister, but you're really somebody who can't tell a lie. I'm not averse to somebody like that. He. She won't laugh with a voice like that sounded a lot like how Mion would laugh. It's not like I was intending on it, but it just so happens that my shift ends early tomorrow. If it's not a bother, I thought maybe we could spend a little time together after I'm done.
明日のバイトは
Your shift ends early tomorrow. Yeah. So while you're taking
Dessert
meeting
or
dessert or
food
food in the
Ma,
shop,
俺も
well,
特
I
に
don't
多
have
少
plans
付き合うくらい
anyway.
なら
I
構
don't
わない
mind hanging out with you for a
別
bit.
にどこかに
It's not
行くわ
like
け
we
で
have
も
to go
なく夕
anywhere.
涼
I
み
was
しな
thinking
がらお
we
散歩でも
could,
で
we
き
could
たら
cool
なっ
off in
て
the
思って
evening
る
while
だ
we
け
take
で
a
すから
walk. There was no reason for me to refuse. Of courtesy, I might as well take her up on her offer. By the way, Kei-chan, you and I have been meeting up every day,
言
haven't
われて
we?
みればそうだ
Now
な
that you're saying it, I guess we have.
してもらえ
Since
た
you
おか
said
げ
okay,
で
I guess we have an
ま
excuse.
た明日も会える口実を
So you
作る
said
ことが
okay,
でき
we
ま
have an excuse to meet up again for tomorrow. Huh? What's Mion saying? Kei-chan, your voice just cracked. What's the matter? Slicker. It wasn't the video saying that she could tell I was beat red. Well then, you should definitely come
す
tomorrow.
それじゃあこ
I'll
れで
take my leave here. Good night.
おや
Good
すみ
night. Sean finished with what she had called to say and ended the conversation without any chit chat. When I returned to the living room after hanging up the phone, the TV was already off and my mum was sleeping in the rocking chair. Oh my god. Bruh. This is sad. That phone call in reality was so long that everybody's gone to sleep. Oh my god. Everything is over. Obviously. Keiichi is literally gonna die. But I am just memeing. Not feeling like turning the TV back on, I went back upstairs and returned to my room.
俺
I've only been
シオンに世話になって
receiving
ばかり
favours
だよ
from
な
Sion, haven't I? She brought me a bento and saved me when I got involved with those thugs. She was supposed to be a different person, so I could thank Mion at school. And come to think of it, she'll probably just say she's passed it on to her sister. I have to thank Sion directly, and tomorrow I have to repay her somehow. That was a really long pause. I didn't like that at first. That was weird. Oh, I love it whenever you eat a mint and just, I don't know, you just get a really sort of minty sensation that goes up your nose. It's really cool. I knew we wouldn't be doing any club activities after school today before Mion even said anything. I've been invited over by Sion for an all-you-can-eat dessert. I made a point of leaving my lunch half uneaten. My expectations would only be rivaled by my hunger. Geiichi, you seem kind of happy today. Did something good happen? Did it? I guess it was obvious. Then her questions me with a happy look. That's right. Why don't I invite Lena for a dessert as well? No, if I recall correctly, Sion said something about having a ticket. At worst, the restaurant might be admission by ticket only today. If that was the case, then having Lena being turned away at the door would result in the worst feeling
ちょっと
ever
したら
today.
明日報告
I
して
got
や
a
るよ
little lucky. I'll tell it about
Lena,
you.
just
I'll
don't
tell
羨ましがるぜ。
you about it tomorrow. Lena, you'll definitely be jealous. Whoa, what is it? What is it? I'm jealous. This lucky thing. Is it cute? Is it cute? I wonder what Lena would think of the uniforms at Angel Mall. Oh god. They'd definitely be a critical hit.
かなり
Probably.
可愛いか
It's
も
probably pretty cute. Well, I'm jelly. What is it?
どんな幸運に
What kind
恵
of
まれた
fortune
の
were you
かね
blessed with?
ひょっとして2月く
Could
ら
it
い
be
前
you
にエンジ
participated
ェル
in
モー
the
ドで
draw
三
Angel
角くじ
Mall
と
about
そ
2
れに当
months
たっ
ago
た
and won?
おいおい俺は2月前に
Yeah,
は
I
まだ
haven't
転
even
校して
transferred
きて
here
ない
2
ぞ
months ago.
ああそっかじゃ
Oh,
あエン
that's
ジェ
right.
ルのデ
Then
ザ
it's
ート
not
フェ
the
スタでも
Angel's
ない
dessert
し
fest then.
エ
It is.
ンジェルのデザートフェスタ
Mijan, what is
何
the
かな
Angel's dessert festival exactly?
ほら
You
沖
know,
宮の
there's
駅
our
前の正面
family
に
restaurant
エン
called
ジェル
Angel
モート
Mall
っていう
right
ファ
by
ミレスがある
Okinawa
あそこでは
Station.
ね
Every
季
season they
節の
hold
変わ
up
り目に
to
新
an
デザート
event
のお披露
to
目
promote
それが今日でね
to promote the new dessert menu. That's today. That's
言って
today.
も
Oh,
9
it's
時
no
当
use
選者以
going.
外
The
は
restaurant
入
is
店で
reserved
き
for
ない
people who
貸し
won
切
the
り例だか
draw.
ら
Mion explained once what Sion explained to me last night. Oh, then I will have to stop by the restaurant sometime. I'll do my best to draw a winning ticket and aim to enter the next all you can eat event. Knock yourself out. By the way, this is something I heard, but there's a rumor that the tickets are being sold on the black market for a pretty penny. What the fuck? A black market? What? Hearing that story, I felt even more appreciative of the ticket that Sion had procured for me. I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat dessert for free, but it turned out that this ticket was much more valuable. The numbers of things I had to thank for Sion for had increased again. And thanks, I didn't know it was worth so much. I whispered in a voice only Mion could hear. That was how I conveyed my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled confusedly. What? Did you say something? It would be a problem if you said something to me right now. That smile seemed to be telling me as much. I guess Mion wouldn't be accepting any gratitude while she was Mion. I'll go to the restaurant. Today I'll thank Mion while she's Sion. Well then, this all I'm going to take a sleep here. The work today is going to be a little rough later. And Mion waved her hand energetically as she left. Mi-chan has been kind of weird lately, like she's elated or something. Huh? What, you think so? Lena was pretty sharp when it came to these type of things. To me, Mion seemed like the same as always, but Lena apparently felt something different. You don't know Keitsu-kun? I totally thought you'd know. Lena's skirt fluttered as she spun around with a coy smile. No, what exactly? I was obviously whistling my way out of the question, but I wasn't lying. Honestly, I didn't really know what was going on. Why did Sion, a persona of Mion that she created, appear before me? Something was blading up, but Lena paid it no heed. Oh, really? I wonder what it is then. Well, Mi-chan is in a good mood, and so is Lena. In saying that, she spread her arms in wide and span around happily. I don't know why, but Lena was in a really good mood. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chapping of the cicada seemed joyful. But you see, Lena abruptly stopped spinning. Her expression had begun to return to a more somber one. You see, Mi-chan, lately, she's been in a lot of pain. What? What do you mean, pain? The pain that Lena was talking about probably wasn't physical. At first she tried to pretend it wasn't a big deal, but like a wound, it began to fester and grow. Eventually she was no longer to bear the pain and woke up in the middle of the night. And as you heard Lena, Mi-chan was crying. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? What am I talking about? What is Lena talking about? What? Hey, don't play dumb that just now you said. I don't know. Oh, Lena doesn't know anything. Oh. Lena spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually she appeared to get sick, stumbling as she steadied herself with her hand against the wall. Oh my god. The room is spinning. Oh damn, that's what you get for getting carried away and spinning like that. Sorry, I think I feel sick. I'll lend a shoulder to lean on. To be stumbling around like a newborn fowl at this age is actually quite a feat. Then I, in a good mood, only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded and tried it to her. However, the chance to revisit that heavy topic when I brought up before never arrived. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I wonder what that actually is. Maybe like Mion knows like how much Keiichi's seeing Shion or something like that. Because I do remember seeing something similar to that in the anime, but I don't know. I wonder what's going to happen. As soon as I got home, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch were starting to show, as my stomach began to let out fickle growls. Alright, let's go to the land of endless dessert. It's time to face the land of the endless dessert. Preparations for the battle are complete. Tally-ho. Edgemore had a decidedly different feel to it compared to yesterday. Dessert festa today, admitted by reservation only. Nonetheless, the front of the the front of the store was being swarmed over by a dozen young men. Of course, young men. Judging by how they were looking upwards in jealousy instead of entering the store, they weren't invitees. Oh right. Why would they gather here if they knew they couldn't get in? I wonder. I found out the answer when I passed through the crowd and began to climb the steps in order to enter the restaurant. Are you a participant? Do you have a ticket? Yeah, well, I was lucky. As soon as I did that, I was immediately mobbed. It was like being in the middle of a football scrum on a crowded train. What is going on? The reason was this. It wasn't just one ticket per person. One ticket could lead up to 4 people inside. Oh, right, so it's like that, huh? Seems like I should have invited in on the others. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the tip. I pretend I didn't hear that. With an uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. And when I did, their arms all reached out at once. Like the souls of the damn sneaking sucker. Bruh. That ticket couldn't have been up to 4 people. Please bring us with you. What selfish people. This was the only reason they crowded in front of the restaurant. Dozens of wretched arms reached out for me like the teeth of a giant rake and grasped the air. I was already climbing the stairs to the entrance. What a heartless dick! Grab him! This is something to joke about. I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself inside the restaurant. It was like I had entered a different world. Yeah, just a little bit uncivilized, I think. The miserable form of the damned hurled cousins at me from the other side of the glass door, but inside of this completely soundproofed and air-conditioned restaurant, with the angelic smile of a waitress to welcome me, there was nothing more than a refreshing piece of scenery. I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle even. Good afternoon, welcome to today's dessert festa. The restaurant is now reserved for customers who want the tour. Could I ask you for your name and your ticket? I don't have a ticket, but I should be on the guest list. Maebara. There it is. I'm sorry, but may I please have your full name? Geiji Maebara Keiichi. My apology for the inconvenience. You're here by special invitation, right? I'll show you to your seat. Please this way. The moon inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. Men in their prime were stuffing their faces with native desserts that didn't suit them at all. It was rather just an unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived. I'm gonna do the funny. I love this. This is peak comedy. I can't lie. Good afternoon, welcome to Angel Mall. Hey Shion, thanks for so much for today, I really appreciate it. You were a bit late, so I was getting worried. I'm really happy you came though. It may have been because the other customers were waiting around that her tone was less casual, but she still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile. As you can see, there's a lot of customers here today. I'm sure I'll be able to take a break. Please take your time and relax until I'm finished. When I'm done, let's go and play somewhere, okay? Whispering that bar into my ear, Shion waved and returned to the kitchen. Okay, never mind. Oh my god. Maybe that's because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, Shion seemed a bit bolder. Even a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart aflutter. Sorry to keep you waiting while I was overrun by the atmosphere inside the restaurant's orders from the new summer menu carried out one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it, you can eat all of these amazing things for free. No wonder a ticket was worth its weight in gold. Oh god, how I am jealous, because if you don't know, desserts are easily one of my favourite foods. Desserts, good desserts, always, oh my god, they don't always, to be fair, but like 99% of the time they top good sweet food. Good savoury food even. Dumbass. On top of that, all of it was pretty delicious. From delicious with a general appeal to insane ones aimed at a specific audience. There were absolutely no gaps in their repertoire. No matter how much you look at it, I don't think one person can eat this much. Well, let's just leave it at that for now. It didn't feel relaxing in here at all, probably because the further inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. All the other booth seats were crammed with groups of 4. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on the cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been a surprise if they started licking. Wait. Oh, okay, good. I thought I might have misread that, and it could have potentially said they were actually doing that. If they were doing it, then that's a little bit sad, I think. Just a little bit. It piqued my interest, so I started listening on their conversation, and what things I heard. Oh god. Pan, Angel Morse. Oh god, me. I bought my ticket for 70,000 on redacted auctions. 70,000? That's like 400 quid. Fucking hell. I told work that I was attending a relative's funeral. The uniforms here were so hatist. Oh god. I wonder if the waiter should like it for me. Oh my god, they're planning on selling Angel what figures? Have they actually? No, I'm not gonna fucking search that up. What am I, some sort of idiot? Well, yeah, but like, oh my god, that's sad. We'll have to pay huge at the next event. Speaking of which, the major figure maker decided to bring out the line. We must confirm the release date. The problem is there's too many variations to bulk buy them. If it were to be a normal set of family restaurant uniforms, they'd be only 10 types, but including the secret set with different phases that are planned, there's 100 or so. Oh my god. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, this person will probably pay like 1,000 quid just for 10 figures. Oh my god, the words spilling right out of their mouths are pretty much all incomprehensible jargon, but they still keenly conveyed that the hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality. Sorry to keep you waiting. The next dessert is tropical cinnamon love affair. Is something the matter? Oh no, it's kind of different inside the restaurant today. Our restaurant is pretty famous in their circles. Well, we were aiming for that, so it's all well and good. But during the festival, there's something of the more hardcore crowds, so it could be a handful. The waitress informed me quietly with a rather smile. The customers seem rather riled up, almost like a pack of hyenas. It seems like a lot of the customers today came from unreasonably far away. Those types of people are fairly prone to losing their self-control, so it's a little scary. If you don't keep your guard up, something bad can happen. What does she mean by keep your guard up? At that moment, a large crash resounded through the room. Fuck. What was it? I turned around startled to see that a waitress had fallen down and had spilled the order she was carrying right into a customer. Oh god, wait, Nacion. I'm so sorry. Your previous, oh, what have you done? Did you say I brought a certain speciality shop for a whole 1,800 yen of sticky with frosting? Pan. What the hell is this? For somebody who had just met with disaster, he seems awfully happy. Oh god. Oh, what should I do? It seems like the millennials waitress here will have to work. Oh god. Bruh. These people. This is what happens when you... I don't even know. This is what happens when you hang out with the wrong people in life. You look at the wrong things. This is how weird you become. Fucking hell. The conversation suddenly veered off in an odd direction. Hey, what did he say? What she want to wipe him down? Right over that obviously aberrant tent he had pitched over. Oh my god. But that is wipe chant quickly spread throughout the room. Oh my god, totally gone and Sion went pale. She looked over for a more experienced waitress to help her. She was only met with a head shaking out of pity. Fuck! Sonozaki-san was tricked. Customers who do that to purposely get their clothes dirty to have been on the rise. Oh, she was tricked. As you were saying, she was tricked. Then what happened just now wasn't an accident, it was on purpose. The regular girls are careful about it, so they definitely won't end up like that. But Sonozaki-san is only a scene. Is in all higher, so she had let her guy down. Fuck. The customers today could easily pick up on that, so she'd been targeted since this morning. What's the manager doing? He should just kick those thugs out. We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it. She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. She trembled uncontrollably with a dishcloth in her hands as she turned bright red. The man who had been dousing frostings played out on the bench, putting the green. Oh god. Still mostly unprepared, her trembling hand inched forward. Goes on well, like come, it is the time. Performance by This is obviously pure humiliation. Yeah. This is just pain. Like, genuinely. I just hear the bitter sound effect. When I was trapped by those thugs and paralysed with fear, Xion fearlessly stood up for them and saved me. Still, as humiliating as it was, Xion was also partly to blame for this, and it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? Even these guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation. It was like they were going to eat Xion alive or everything. It would be alright if I just consoled her afterwards.
私だでも
Even though I was scared, but
他な
Kei-chan
らぬ
was in
ケイちゃん
trouble,
のピンチで
so
勇気出して頑張りまし
I
たっ
had to
て
be
こと
brave
で
and
す
do my best. When I, a man, was being assailed by 3 thugs while paralysed by fear, Xion saved me without a second thought. What about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates. Yeah, that is a good word there, degenerates. We're trying to pin the blame on Xion. This time our roles were reversed. Hey, Mayabara Katie, if you don't save her now, then what will you be able to do to repeat the day that you own her? You scared, Mayabara Katie? At the time, Xion, no, Mion, didn't show a hint of hesitation. Then what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? ... Oh, come on, Katie. Come on. Otaku. Isn't that like... That's funny that they're called otaku, because that's like an anime fan. Like hardcore anime fan. Now as I'm yourself to your fate. Son of a greasy fat ass, get out of here before I get angry. I grasped Shion's shoulder and pulled her behind me. Yeah, good for you. Kei-chan. Your waitress was the one who... one fan's the one who needs punishing is you. Enough with the empty words. If you're a man, talk with your fists. Oh, that smash! My body was lifted into the air like nothing. I was thrown right back into my own seat. This guy is strong, no matter how much you look at. He is athletic, and this larder ain't even in some area code. Hehe, mini Wataku. Unexpectedly well versed in some obscure martial art. Don't be misunderestimating us. Oh my god, they've probably seen it in like some anime or something. Like some really popular anime, just martial artist. And then they probably tried to copy it. Oh boy. The man smirked, showing off his gum line. Kei-chan, are you okay? Damn it. How lame must I be? How lame must I look right now? You were joking when you see them. They're the ones in the wrong here, so don't let them take advantage of you. That maybe, but it was still my fault. One more time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Stop. Thud. Something. Crash. Don't you go thinking this is a good enough to make me good enough. Moichido. Come on. Whack. Snap. Thump. Oh, you want to talk? I'm not done by yourself. Yeah. Raise my will to fight. How do you say this? I don't get it. I don't get what that sound effect is meant to be saying. Not just running, I planted every one of my steps as firmly as I closed the distance of the lard ball. Every time I ripped my foot off the floor, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Down. Oh shit, everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that viscous flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. With our differences in height, reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that with a smack on his face, the faster easily slipped inside of my punch. Fuck, I hadn't realised it until now, but in this my time I was able to observe this baffling counterattack with an almost painful clarity. His arm slowly swung around in a large windfall motion, wrapped around with my whiffed punch, and descended in an arc. That arm swung around like the arms of a clock, and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Fuck! Grabbing and dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. And combining defense and offense. It was a brilliant counter. That's right, 3 times. I was thrown after 3 rotations, I think. In this viscous region of time, I was unable to struggle. I could only wait dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment I was at sluggish tempo abnormally, abruptly ended. Fuck. Crash. You lack training, young man. I was loath to admit it, but somebody trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through a force of will here. Fuck. After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down in my own seat.
怪我しなくてよかっ
Thankfully
た
you
です
weren't
ね
injured. The more experienced wedges from before wiped the seat from my brow with a towel. Whilst he was doing that, the red-faced and teary-eyed Sion trudged over. Are you
私
okay?
なんかのた
I'm
め
doing
に
that all for my sake.
俺こそ
I'm sorry too. I wasn't much help. I've never won a fight before. No, you're just trying to help me make
私
me
のために
happy.
本当ですそれだけで
I'm
も
not joking. It's just
今日は
I was
ケイちゃん
thinking
に
that
来て
it
も
was
らえ
lucky
てよ
Kei
かっ
Chan
た
was
かな
came here today. As she said that, she stuck her tomatoes and she wiped all the whipped cream that with the washcloth she was holding in her hands.
園崎さん
Sonozaki-san, you can
あ
take a
と
break
1、
now.
2時間で
You
し
still
ょ
have 1 or 2 hours left, don't you?
え
Oh,
バイ
no,
ト
it's
とはい
fine.
え
Even though it's
お
just
給
part-time,
料
it's
時
still a
間
paying
内で
job.
ちゃ
I
んと
want to
働
work
きたい
properly
んです
while I'm
だ
on
か
the
ら
clock.
本当
So really, you
お気
don't
遣
have
い
to
なく
worry about me. She couldn't even put up a brave front. I would have never even think that for a second that Mion could be that weak. This was Sion, and she had been arresting unreasonable riffraff. That was reality.
ケイちゃんは気に
Yes,
しない
don't
で
mind me. Please
デ
eat
ザー
as
ト
much
一通
dessert
り
as you
食べ終わ
can.
ったら
When you're
アン
done,
ケートを書い
we'll
てもら
have
い
you
ます
fill out a
じゃあ
survey.
私
Well then, I've
ホ
got
ー
to
ル
get
に
back
戻
to
り
the
ます
floor.
ね
God. I mean, I'm sure the business is good and everything. I mean, the sad thing is that what they actually have to wear, that is a lot of business, because you have degenerates that are just gonna like simp for the place, you know. It's just so funny how in all of these things you just see how unjust like everything in the city is. For example, I mean, like, God, these people here, for example, they're so much in terms of losers that they would literally start a fight. Well, firstly they do that plot to trip Sion over and, you know, the rest. But secondly, they would actually like start a fight in a bloody restaurant. Like, God, how awful is that? After some consoling words and a sympathetic smile to Sion, the other waitresses started to head back to work. That was where I stopped her. Excuse me, could I borrow your
電
phone?
話ですレ
The
ジ横にご
phone
ざい
is by the
ご案内いた
register.
しま
I'll
す
show you where. I brought a 10 yen coin from my wallet. This wasn't about a saving face. My being a worthless coward was an unchangeable fact. But I could just cry myself to sleep about that later tonight. Now was not the time for tears. I had to fight. If I recall, one ticket is good enough for up to 4 people, right? Is it alright if we call 3 more people? Yes! Oh my god, if Katie calls all of them and they all fight, well, Rika can't come, but Lena and Mion and Satoko, that's 3. I'm a complete dumbass. Oh my god, yeah. Well, that's fine. For the time being, I'll write them down on the guest
お名
list,
前を
so can
伺
I
っ
have
ても
their
よろしいです
names?
か
I turned around and glared at the greasy hooligan who had subjected Sion to that humiliation. There were three things that aren't working in your favour today, Punk. The first is that I owe Sion. The second is that I'm a man who's not afraid to stride away to win. And third is that we're the most powerful club members in history. Please add Ryuga Dena Hojo Satoko and Hurude Rika to the guest list. Why not Mion? Oh my god, he really believes Sion is Mion.
かしこまりました
Understood,
承ります
I'll do that. I'll have the best and most powerful club members join the fray. They can bring down 1,000 foes. You fat asses please begin to meet your market. Your maker. Oh, this is a nice restaurant. Oh, the uniform's so cute. Lena wants to wear them too. No, you don't. On top of that, we're being treated to dessert. I'm deeply moved. Yeah, it's me. It's as much as you like. Don't worry about my share. Okay, son, enough of the charades. Let's get to the point. And Nika-chan pulled down their forks when Satoko broached the subject. After looking at them for a few moments, I pressed my forehead firmly into the table. I beg of you, I don't care if you make fun of how pathetic I am. Please lend me your strength. The three of them seemed surprised by the sudden turn of events, but nevertheless listened to what I had to say without making fun of my unusual behaviour. Well, what's the matter? Something happened, didn't it? Actually, Mion's younger sister Sion is working part-time at this restaurant. Oh, that little sister you were talking about, right? Could it be her? Could it be her? She resembles her. Resemble? That's just Mion with her hair down, isn't it? I don't know what to say. If Katie says that's Sion, then that's Sion. They may be twins, but can they really look that much alike? They're called monozygotic twins. What even is that? They really can look identical. Then I gave the most plausible explanation so everyone else was convinced. Well then, do you believe me? I'll get to the point then. I recounted everything that had just happened. How Sion was targeted, how she was antagonized by the customers, and the humiliation that was thrust upon her. Also how incredibly pathetic I was. I included everything without trying to hide it. That's awful, poor Shi-chan. However, for you to be unable to help her, there should be a limit to how unsightly you can be. There's nothing I can say to that. Satoko-chan, to admit that you lost and seek help is a very difficult thing to do. Guess Mitsu chose to help Shi-chan rather than save his pride. So no, it's not. Lena's follow-up stung a bit, but I can only be thankful that she understood. Sadako are calling me all sorts of names, but there were no malign intentions behind her words. Then what should we do? Her voice was monotone, but there was a hint of resolve in her words. I replied to Rika-chan's suggestive silence in kind with my own quiet resolve. Well, I thought it'd be something like that. It is a bit much for Kate-san to handle alone. Well, then, you'll help? Of course, Kate-kun will help anybody who's being bullied. I remember when I was cornered by those thugs when what Shion had said about the strong feeling of solidarity in Hinamizawa really began to hit home. However, Maya Barakeichi, now is not the time to get choked up with tears of gratitude. Now is the time to fight! Sorry, you won. You tried your best but couldn't stand a chance alone. Nika-san gently pat my head for me, but there was no mindless pity in that palm of that hand. It was overflowing with a strong, dependable feeling of leave the rest to us. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Mion can't join us due to various circumstances, so I'll be temporarily taking command. Our strategy will resolve around Sion's defense and the extermination of the enemy's combat capability. Wait, Mion can't join? Oh, wait, we can't find it. The logs don't go that far, but wait. Interesting. Our strategy was revolve around Sion's defense and the extermination of the enemy's combat capability. Who's the enemy? Are there a lot of them? From this point forward, anybody who messes with Sion will be considered an enemy combatant. There are no rules of engagement. Conversation will be the dessert you just ate. Oh my god. Any questions? Everybody had already entered club mode with their eyes peering at the riffraff clamoring around inside the restaurant like predators stalking their prey from the darkness. Nika-chan held up her hand. What is it, Nika-chan? Do we have to show mercy? Of course we don't have to. We have no need to show mercy to the rabble that would dare lay a finger on Mion's little sister. Then it's okay, Kei-chan. Nika-chan was serious. She was ready to pretty much murder someone. I'm counting on you, Nika-chan. I, Maya Barakeishi, shall assume all responsibility. Rout them! Haha, alrighty. Lena's going to do her best too. Sorry, please do. Kei-san, you don't have to be so tense. Well, just wait and see. By the time you finish that parfait, we'll just be finished cleaning up too. Well then everybody, let's give it our all. Go for it, yay! Yay! Thus the most powerful warband in the world had ever known, trained by Mion, began to move. I was the oldest, the only boy, and behaved like a leader, but when you consider our club activities, I was by far the most junior member. Individually, everybody beside me had terrifying combat capabilities. If all of them combined their strengths to protect Sion, I couldn't even imagine. I was probably about to witness something terrible and awe-inspiring. Sonozaki's on 5 deluxe parfaits for table 7. Ah, sure thing. Sion carried the order to the tables. For Sion to carry all the parfaits without wobbling took so much effort that she didn't have the breathing room to pay attention to her feet. Comrades, here she comes again. This time we'll have to spill everything out. Oh. It was the same, scheme that had occurred just a short time earlier. This time another one of them was trying it out for himself. The very depravity of those men itself deserves a follow-up attack. Lena, this is
56
Katie.
番テーブル付近で
Ambush
待ち
them
伏せだ
around the tables 5
Lena,
and 6. Lena,
聞こえてる
do
か
you
お店の制服
do you copy? The Russian uniforms are so cute. I want to take them home. See on her bottom swaying while carrying the puppets was being chased by an equally swaying Lena. She was supposed to be escorting Sion, but Ren was transferred by oh god. From a normal person's point of view, it was probably like having a fox guard hen house, but when it comes to Lena, things are different.
会長勝
You
った
move
な
on 20% in your organisation, we've won.
あの状態
When
のレ
Lena's
ナさ
in
ん
that state, even the
地
laws
球
of
上
physics
の
don't
どんな
apply.
物理法則通
True.
用しませんわ
Sion's legs, unsteady and defenseless, were being targeted by those sleaze bags. Now my comrade heal.
偉大なる総統閣下万歳
What the fuck? So these people are not only perverts, but they're Nazis. Oh my god. I just have to screenshot this. What the fuck? I'm just so confused at the moment. I don't actually know if that's like a genuine chant, but the first 3 words, they sound like something that would be said in those times. Jesus Christ. I'm just laughing at how low these people are. I mean, God. Her legs laid out to trip, she wants to defend the speech. E-cards. 3 of them at once. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah! It happened in an instant. 3 falls with writhe and pain as their legs bent at unnatural angles. What is this madness?
何事でござるか
Then I teetered into a view and gave them a warning. Oh, no mischief, okay? No means no,
お
okay?
帰りするから
And then I was going to be the one to take her home. This girl, what's with the strange technique? The humans don't clutched at their roost ankles as they passed out. They passed out? Holy shit! Sasada-san, no matter how many times I say it, it's frighteningly quick. Yeah, it's an unbreakable barrier. Anybody within a 2-meter radius who attacks Sion is completely obliterated by Venom. Oh boy. As Sion was making her rounds through the restaurant, there were people who were here and there collapsing with welts on their legs or hands. Kitty-kun, this is Venom. There's nobody left that will bother Shu-chan, so I'm gonna take her home now. No, this is Katie. Good work. Please continue with the mission. There's a mission to take home tonight. I repeat, Omatsukaeri, permission
見
denied.
てるだけ
Then I'll just look. I guess it's okay, that's fine. I wouldn't prevent her from guarding Sion, so I guess it's okay. Anyway, thanks to this, I knew who had tried to mess up with Sion. Anybody who was clutching at their arm or leg while they were arriving in agony was basically branded by their bruises.
現時刻をもって
Currently, we have finished identifying all the enemy forces.
次のフェーズへ移行する
Proceeding to the next phase. Satoko, this is Katie. What's your status? This is Satoko. This is a rude way to ask. Kid-san, who exactly do you think I am? The troublemaker. The Oh shit, these people were gonna get it rough. She was in the kitchen. She had a spread open of the sketch of the restaurant on the counter, replete with order chits and their destinations, and was now sorting through the freshly made desserts. How does a customer just casually get into the kitchen? I mean, I get these club members are fucking clever, but like that clever? God.
ちょっと
Hey, what are you doing? Now, Sonozaki-san, it's alright, just leave it to her. More importantly, we're taking out all these orders at once, so I'm counting on you. The veteran waitresses were briskly directing her juniors as the trays went one by another. All the desserts that had passed through Satoko's hands were delivered at once. Lots of cute desserts, so come on.
手をつけるなよ
I think you know this, but don't touch them, at least if you still value your life. I know, but suddenly they were incredibly cute looking desserts. They were all works of art that you can enjoy before even taking your first bite. However, since Sadako had meddled with them, there was nothing more than an unpredictable danger. Oh my god! Blissfully ignorant of the fact that they were man, now stuffing their faces. Almost right away they realised something was wrong. Oh my god, a Satoko. What did you mix in there? It could have been salt or Tabasco, right? My, what are you saying, Kate-san? You said no mercy. I may not look at you when I get down to business and be very thorough. I'll have to be very thorough. As she said that, she whirled into a dubious file into her fingers before putting it away smartly into her pouch. No, don't. Hikaru, this is Satoko. The customers are moving. This gold juicy is all yours. Leave it to me. Come to think of it, I didn't see Hikaru anywhere. Where could she be lurking? Wait, so Satoko, what did she do? Oh my god. There's no way I don't think she wouldn't go that far to kill them. I mean, like deadly poison, cyanide, stuff like that. I think at the very worst, it'd probably be, I don't know, I mean, I know it's like beat blockers that their intent is to sort of slow the beating of the heart. That probably makes you feel really weird, but I don't really know of anything that could like masquerade as just a dessert, and once you've ate it you could have an effect that's not being killed, it's being passed out instead. I don't know. Clatter, clatter. Several men stood up suddenly from their seats, surveying the restaurant for something. The restless fidgeting and the look of the relief when they found the single placard hanging from the ceiling. Written on that placard was the word restroom. Oh my god. They began a mad rush in that direction. It wasn't one or two people. All the people. Oh my god, all the people that were branded as sea enemy were standing up from their seats while clutching at their stomachs. Oh, I think I was a little too greedy. Where's the washroom? Me too, not. Oh my god, this dude. Where's the toilet? I found it. It's a little bit weird. I feel dirty just thinking about what Satoko probably did to their desserts. The problem was how to follow this up. I was intrigued, so I followed the rush of the men to the washroom. The narrow hallway connecting to the restroom was crammed with about 10 men. What is this? As I bent over to see what was happening, whoa, it seemed like the toilet was clogged and black glowing, unleashing a loud gurgling sound and a terrible stench. There was no way to use it in this state. Oh. Bro, that's genius. Damn, that's Satoko. What a frightening display of power. No, this wasn't Satoko's doing. It was divine punishment. Yeah, they were just unlucky. I'll just apologetically ask one of the employees here to clean it up. I can't do my business like this. Oh, what do we have to do? Meow, comrades. Meow. Oh my god, these people are not very okay. Well, no shit. It was a brilliant combination of traps, but it would be better if there were one more push to the kicker. Why is it were there? Weird. Seeing as it was Satoko, she wouldn't have overlooked that. It's time for the last resort. Faced with a moral dilemma, the man had only one option. Oh no. Isn't even the Belgians going to get in trouble? I'm pretty sure there's no Zuma customers today. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, I was just waiting for it. I was genuinely just waiting for that. That's so funny. What a brazen bunch they are. The men's men pouring from their brows made a round rush to the girls' room without any hesitation. Oh god, me. There was a girl there, was Hika-chan. The men stood there, frozen in various complicated poses, indicating their surprise. Hika-chan also seemed dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events, but the look on her face was strangely perfect. This is all part of the plan as well. You sly dog, Hika-chan. I can never underestimate you. This is, you see, Mademoiselle. Me. The men's room is a bit dangerous at the moment, so we want to borrow the toilet. Right. Yeah. Oh my god. Me, I guess it's not right after all. Where are my comrades? Oh my god! Just by having a girl stand there in the restroom, I never knew it could put up such an overwhelming barrier. There was no way anybody could be brave enough to lift Hikajan out of the way to try and do their business. If this was the most they could do after all. If it were a man in full club mode, for example, somebody like me, they would plow through Hikajan without a second thought. Now what are you gonna do, you fat asses? You prize for commenting Sion still hasn't been paid. If you're in trouble, I can help you. That would be much appreciated. How would you do that? Oh god, you can use one of the toilets outside. Oh my god. I'll show you to them. That would be perfect. Please, please. I'm not even saying what this junkie is saying. At this rate, it will end up becoming group enema prey. I don't even know what he's trying to say. Because I'm with a pleasant smile on her face and glided them with a casual stride in her step. In this race against time, her slow pace was sadistic torture. Is the toilet problem here? We'll get there soon. Obeying Hikajan's directions, they were about to leave the restaurant. Oh boy. Kids couldn't finish it. Give them hell. Yeah, leave it to me. I spread my arms out and blocked them as they tried to leave the restaurant. What is the meaning of this? We're deaf on one here. Listen up, you types and laugh. You know I happen to be set 1-4 outside this door, right? What's the meaning of this preposterous statement? Look, it's written here right on the ticket. Not valid for re-entry, see? Oh, these people are so smart. Oh my god. You're free to use any toilet you want, but the moment you step outside that door, you can't come back. Boom. You'll remember this. I don't want to guide anybody who says scary things like that. Bro, I so wish they didn't say that and then they just waited for those pedos reactions when they actually came back in the store, and then they'd just be like, oh my god, I can't have my beloved dessert. Wow. Oh my god, that would just be so funny. I kind of wish they did that instead of doing this, but it's still really cool, this. I don't want to guide anybody who says scary things like that. Everybody panicked to Hikajan began to turn back. They could only figuratively and literally fall in line. All the waitresses also lined up to see them off. Thank you very much for coming. We shall return. Clang, clang. The bow went playfully as the door shut behind them. Yes! How pathetic, too easy. Oh, we did it, yay. Then our Satoko clapped their hands together. Well, I couldn't hold a candle to these guys by myself, but when we grouped together, we sent them packing like a herd of cattle. With the bonus this week, any of us could take them on by ourselves. Here's Sarah, you need to up your game. I was loath to admit it, but Sadako was right. Damn it. One day I'll be strong enough to be worthy to stand alongside them. But I'm really glad we were able to protect Michan's little sister. Now there's none of those bad people who were pulling pranks slow. You're blessed to have such wonderful friends, Sonozaki-san. The veteran waitress was also smiling after the head sent packing. God, my eyes are really tired at the moment. It had calmed down completely inside the restaurant. She almost fluttered as she glanced between us and the now empty seats. You did that all that for me? I mean, Sion's expression was somewhere between happy and guilt-ridden. Her face turned slightly red as she ran into the kitchen. Whoa, Shi-chan is cute. They really are twins. Given Sion's personality, there's no way she'd thank us directly. We might have been a bit excessive in our means, but I'm really glad we were able to save her. I think you already know. I think you know this already, but Sonozaki-san is very grateful. As a representative of the floor staff here, I also extend my gratitude. Clap, clap, clap. The applause quickly spread throughout the entire restaurant. Not only have the other waitresses, but also the customers that were genuinely there to enjoy the desserts. Everybody was lauding our efforts. Yes. That's good. Customers there to genuinely enjoy the dessert, though, that's weird. I'm actually kind of surprised that people were there for, like, actually enjoying the desserts. But, I mean, to be fair, if the things on these menus are actually served to you, then I'd eat them. It looks really good, actually. All the cakes as well, I mean, God, they do look really nice. When When we had mostly finished eating and were filling out the survey, Rika-chan had made her return.
お
Oh
疲れ
boy, she's probably traumatized now. Oh, good
Shibuya
work. Did everything go alright?
随分遅
You
かった
took a
な
while.
ごめん、帰りに
I'm
迷
sorry
子
I
に
got
なって
lost
し
on the
ま
way
って
back. It
大
was a
変だ
lot
っ
of
たの
trouble.
です。
Rika-chan likes to stray down some pretty strange roads, so she gets pretty lost.
よく迷子になるんだよ。
How does she get lost? By guarding people to a nearby toilet.
人間
Everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses. The
負
girl
け
has
な
a
いような
strong,
長所が
a
た
lot
く
of
さんあ
strong
りま
points
す
to
わ
make up, and then more than make up for
それ
that.
もさっき
I
の
can
女
see
子ト
that
イレ
the
のあ
expression
の
in the
表
girls.
情
That's right, the
やったな
thespian. Oh my god, I
あ
don't
の
even
時
know
の
what
自分
thespian
が
means.
彼らの
Casey was
立場
being
だった
horrible. He
ら
was thinking if I
僕
were
を
in
弾
there,
き
shoes,
飛
I'd
ば
just
して
run
女
her
子トイ
over
レ
and
に飛び込むとか
rush
考
into
え
the
ていたのです
washroom. what? Did I?
考えが顔
Did
に
what I was
出て
thinking
た
show
の
up on my
か
face again? I mean, to be fair, he wasn't. At least he was in this restaurant because a friend invited him. He wasn't there for like. Yeah, you already know. Keskin, what a pervert.
いや
No, I mean,
そう
wow. That laugh. I could laugh about it then, but a few days later, a newspaper headline read, 10 unidentified men were taken into custody in Higurashi. The men claim they had travelled from Shishiban city by foot to find a toilet, but the spot they were taken into custody was XX kilometers away from Shishiban. When I read that article, I realised how terrifying Rika-chan actually was. Oh my god!
さてと
So they got in trouble with the
ごち
police
そう
for
さまな
it.
のでした
Bro, good for that. Well, thanks for treating
今
me.
日は呼んでもらえ
I'm
て
happy
嬉し
that
かった
you
のです
called me here today.
なんかあ
Oh,
り
you're
ます
going
か
home
ちょっ
already?
とゆっ
You
く
can
り
stay a
して
little
タン
longer.
スのお
I
片
was
付
in
け
the
の
middle
途
of
中だった
organising
の
some
がこの
drawers.
ままでは
If I
お
leave
布
it
団
like that,
が
I
敷
won't
け
be
な
able
いので
to
す
put out the futon.
ああそれもそうで
I
すわ
guess
ね
that's true. Oops, looks like I got her at a bad
レ
time.
ナが
Yeah,
電
when I
話した
phoned
時
her, she
は
was in the
お部
way,
屋の
in
片
the
付け
middle
帳
of
だけ
cleaning
も
her
駆
room,
けつけてく
but
れ
she
たん
still
ですね
came.
非常
Well,
時
it
だと
was
仕
an
方ありま
emergency,
せんわ
so it couldn't be helped.
それに
Besides,
甘いも
I
の
get
を
to
い
eat a
っ
lot
ぱい
of
いっぱい
sweets
食
when
べ
I'm
さ
very
今日は
happy.
ありがとな
Thanks for
急に呼び出
today.
したの
Sorry
で
for calling you out
シオン
suddenly.
によろ
They'll
し
see
く
you
と
on
お
my
伝えなの
says.
です
Bye.
では失礼し
I'll be
ますわ
I'll be taking my leave
レナ
then.
さんはどうぞ
Della-san,
ご
please take your time. Yeah, well, later. Rika and Satoko were in a good mood, horsed around with each other until they left. Yeah, that was really fun. I think I might go to bed now. Let's see what's happening in the next chapter. But I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to go more. Oh, at least finish this scene. Who ends halfway in the middle of a scene? Well, Deno and I were having a discussion about the dessert. We just ate. Sion arrived with some coffee.
あら
Oh, did the two
ちっちゃい
little
二
ones
人は
leave
帰っ
home
ちゃいました
already?
か
Hearing them call the little ones was so strange. I inadvertently burst out laughing.
なんか片付けの途中だったとか
Apparently
で
they were
帰っ
in
ち
the
ゃった
middle
よ
of cleaning, so I went home. Sion had brought home enough coffee for 4 people.
先
Oh
輩に
damn.
話を
I heard
聞
from
く
my
なんだ
senior,
か
it seems that he went through a
私の
lot
た
of
め
trouble
に
for my
いろい
sake.
ろご迷惑をかけて全
There
然
was
迷
no
惑は
trouble
な
at
ら
all.
ぬしーちゃ
None
んの
other
ピ
than
ン
Shishi
だ
Chan
しね
was
いい
in
よ
the
ね
chapter
しー
all
ちゃん
out.
で
Is it alright if I call you
し
Shi
ー
Chan?
ちゃんとお揃い
It
で可
matters
愛い
with
か
me, Chan, so I
な
thought
っ
it would
て
be cute. Oh well, whatever you want.
どうぞご自由に
Sion seemed a bit hesitant when Lena started talking to her. Lena was pretty shocked about something, so Sion probably worried that Lena would find out she was Mion after talking like this. Sion said she'd have work soon and hurried off back to the kitchen, leaving behind coffee for the two of us.
レナにそっけなか
She was a
慣
bit
れ
upset
慣れ
with
しい
Lena.
子だと思
Maybe
わ
she
れち
thought
ゃ
I
っ
was
た
being
か
too
な
friendly.
照れてるだけだよ
She's embarrassed.
でも本
Still,
当に
they
そっ
really
く
do
り
look the
双子
same.
っていう
Instead
よ
of
りも
twins, they're
外
like
見は似
they're
てる
like
けど
another.
雰囲気っていう
It's
か
like there's another
中
Michan.
身は
They
全
look the
然
same,
違
but
う
the
だろ
atmosphere around them, or rather their insides, are
そうい
completely
う
different.
双子も
I think
面
this
白
type
いと
of
思うけど
twins
な
are pretty
ケイ
interesting
チ
though.
君中身
You
もそっ
think
く
that
りだ
kids
と
can
思う
they're
よ
identical on the inside too? It somehow became silent. I think they're identical on the inside too. It somehow became silent, but then I was just staring at the pattern the mermaid on the surface of the coffee without saying a word. For somebody like me who could never stop talking, it was rather an uncomfortable moment. Lena's off-put mannerisms seemed to imply I said something I shouldn't have. The unpleasantness carried on for a
レ
little
ナ
while.
さ今日言
You
ってた
said
の
it today, right?
ミオンが
that
傷つ
Mion
けら
was
れた
hurting.
なん
そんな
Oh
話した
shit, did I say something like that? Don't play dumb with me, you definitely said it
今
on
日
the
の
way
学校からの
home.
帰り道で
I don't answer by laughing while continuing to play dumb, questioning if she said that. As dictated as I was, I had a faint realization. I don't know what to say that I was the one that hurt Mion, but when? Me?
もし
Hypothetically, if something like
そ
that
れは
happened,
俺
it's
に
not
は悪意はなかった
something
ん
I
だ
did out of malice. I continued the conversation but let out the assumption that I had hurt Mion.
うんきっとそう
Yeah,
だ
I
と
think
ケ
that's
イチ君
true.
に
I don't think
悪
Gates
気は
had
なか
any
った
bad
と思うな
intentions. But then I replied, also leaving out the assumption that I had hurt Mion. Ooh. But that confirmed it. I don't know how it happened, but it seemed that I had hurt Mion. And then I was upset with me due to the fact that I hadn't realised
誤
it.
解しないでほしいんだけど
I don't want you
別
to
にレナ
misunderstand.
は
It's not
怒っ
like
て
Lena
るわ
was
けじ
mad
ゃ
at
ない
you.
よ
Seeing right through what I was thinking, and I said that she smiled more gently than usual. This is that, how do I say this? It's
俺に
hard.
落ち度があ
I
るな
made
ら
a mistake. Please
俺は
don't
自
say
分
me.
でも
Clearly,
呆れる
I'm
ほど
thick-headed.
鈍感なんだ
I'm so thick-headed I disgust even
謝る
myself.
べきことがある
If
な
there's
ら
something I should
少しでも
apologize
早く
for,
それに
then
気づいて
I
謝罪したいと思っ
want
て
to
る
know how even a little quick. I want to know a little quicker so I can
別
make up
に
for it.
ケイ
I
チ
don't
君に
think
落
that
ち
Gates
度
has
な
made a
考え
mistake.
ようによって
Depending
は
on how,
ずる
depending
い
on
の
how
は
we look at
兄
it,
ちゃん
Michan
の
might
方
be
なのかもし
the
れな
one
い
who's
し
being
ずるい
unfair.
のが女の子
Taking
だ
the
っ
stance
て
of the
治
girl
るのも
was the one
また
being
ずるい気がするし
unfair and unfair. Taking the stance of the girl was the one being unfair might be unfair in itself. What then I said was draped in mystery. I thought I had no idea what she was talking about. The only thing I got out of it that was that I had said or done something to inadvertently hurt
頼む
Mion.
よレナ
I'm begging
ミオン
you
は
now. Mion
俺の
is one
遺
of my
恨
best
を
friends.
残してなんか
I don't
付き合い
want
たくない
something between us that could cause
だから
fucking
教え
stage
て
wrong.
俺
So
は
please tell me how did I
何を
hurt
傷
her?
つ
ダメだよ
I
こう
can't
いうの
tell
を
you.
自分で気
You need
づ
to
かな
realize
きゃ
something like this for yourself. Lena was smiling like she always did, but spiked bluntly. And
それ
the
に気づ
fact
けないから
that
こ
she
うし
had
て
the
頼んでるんだ
will
ろ
surprised me for a moment. I'm asking you because I can't figure it out, you know. My tone and unintentionally become harsh. But then I was also surprised for a moment, but quickly returned to her
じゃあ
flat
ヒントだけ
demeanor.
ならいいかな
Well,
特
then I
別
guess
なんだよ
hit to define this is special,
Sma,
okay? I'm
頼む
sorry, please.
ちゃんと考え
I'll
るか
think
ら
about it seriously. Then I looked around the restaurant, searching for Sion. Sion was working enthusiastically, but without confidences.
しーちゃん髪の毛を
As
上げ
usual.
て結んだら
Shi-chan, if she
みー
ties
ちゃ
her
んと
hair
見
up,
分け
it's
つかな
impossible
く
to
なる
tell
んだろうね
apart from Michan,
うん
right?
じゃあ
Yeah,
さ
that's true.
みーち
So
ゃん
then,
が
so
髪を
if
ほ
Michan
どいたら
left
やっ
let
ぱり
down
しーちゃ
her
んと
hair,
見
would
分
she
け
be
がつか
impossible
な
to
くな
tell
るの
apart
か
from
な
Shi-chan?
多分なでも
Probably,
それとこれと
but
何の関係があるんだよ
もしもだ双子の妹なんて話は嘘で
her being the younger twin was a
あれ
lie,
は
but she
妹
was
の
just
ふりを
Michan
してる
pretending
みー
her
ち
to
ゃん
be
だ
her
ったら
sister. What would you think?
どう思う
Lena was sharper than her daily behaviour belied. I was hesitant in verbally assuming that it was the right
質問に
answer.
質問で
It
返
might
す
be
よ
a
うで
bit
悪いけ
unfair
ど
to
さ
answer a question with another
レナの
question,
言う通り
but if, like you
ミオ
said,
ンが
Mion
シオ
was
ンの
just
ふりを
pretending
して
to
いた
be
として
Sion, what purpose
それは
would
何の
that
ためだ
serve?
よ
After maintaining the silence for a while, then I glanced at the clock.
そこか
That's what I want you to think about.
ヒントにして
That was
は多
maybe
す
too
ぎ
much
か
of
も
a hint.
はあ
After thanking me for the dessert, then I stood up from her seat.
ごめんね
Sorry, I was
頼まれ
asked
てるお
to
買い
buy
物
a
が
few
あるか
things
ら
with
しーちゃんには
time I
挨
left.
拶も
Is
せ
it
ずに
okay
先
with
に
you
帰
if
っ
I
ちゃ
tell
ってご
Sion
めん
I'm
って
sorry I didn't say
Ah.
goodbye?
伝えておく
Yeah, I'll tell her.
ごめんね
Interesting.
レ
Sorry.
ナって怒りんぼなの
I don't know,
怒
so
ってごめんね
short-tempered. Sorry
ケ
for
イチ
getting
君だけ
angry.
が
Case
悪い
isn't
わ
the
けでも
one.
ないのに
Only at fault here. Lena was harsh in her apology, but I was the only one who really should have apologized.
みーちゃんだって
I
も
think
う
the
そんな
Michan
に気
is
にして
something
ないことだ
that
と
doesn't
だ
bother
から
me much anymore,
なか
so
ったこ
if
と
you
にして
want to
忘れ
forget
ちゃ
the
って
whole
も
thing,
いいと
then
思
that's
うん
fine
でも
too.
ね
But
同じ
years
女の
ago
子
I
と
had
して
been
は
basically realized
ケイチ君に
that
自分で
by
気づい
myself
て自分で謝りに来てほしいな
to apologize for this. Holy shit. Switching to Kimo, then only at the end she disappeared in the direction of the register. Well, that's interesting. I hope nothing bad's going to happen as a result of this. While staring into space, somebody suddenly tapped me on the shoulder.
お待た
It's
せしました
Sion! Sorry to keep you waiting.
や
I'm
っと終
finally
わりました
done. It was Sion who had changed into her street clothes. She flashed a smile while
今日
greeting
は
me.
どれも
Thank you
す
so
ごい
much
美
for
味し
the
かった
day.
みんな
Everything
も
was
喜
so
んでたよ
delicious. We were all really happy with it.
いえいえ
Oh no, I
で
didn't
も
mention it, but I'm glad
あれ
everybody had
さっ
fun.
きの女の人も帰っちゃったんですか
Was
買い物があるって言って帰ったよ
just here left it as well. She
先
has
に
some
帰って
shopping to
申し
do.
訳
She
ないって
said she was
伝えておいてくれっ
shopping.
て
Sorry for leaving without saying anything.
そうですか。
I see.
じゃあ私
Well
たち
then,
も
should
思
we
っ
leave
た
us
とえオ
all?
フで
Even
も
though I'm
バ
off
イト
duty,
先
I'm
は
still
緊張
nervous
しちゃい
around the
ますから。
workplace. We ended up strolling around with without any destination in particular. I had been studying. I had been sitting the entire time, so I was in need of a breath of fresh air. When we left, the sky had already become draped in a veil of darkness.
なんだか
Oh,
もっ
it's
と
gonna
早
dark
めに
already.
終わら
Even
せ
I
ても
promised
らえ
I'd
る
be
約
finished
束だったの
early.
に。
Sion seemed upset and that there
で
wasn't
も
much
いい
time
か
left.
ちょっとで
Oh
も
well,
こう
at
して
least
の
we've
ん
got
び
a
りお
little time
話
to
でき
chat
る時
like
間が取れ
this.
たから。
Saying that, Sion set out for the tree-lined boulevard behind the station. The front of the station was slowly becoming crowded with businessmen heading home.
さて自己
Well
紹介
then,
か
I
ら
guess
しよ
I'll
う
just
か
start
な。
with an
初対
introduction.
面は
I was
い
mistaken
き
for
なり
my
お姉
sister
と
when
間
we
違え
first
られ
met,
る
so
と
we
いう
never got to
衝撃
properly
的な出会
introduce
いだけで
ourselves.
互いに挨
I could
拶
only
もしてな
smile
い
and
です
laugh
からね。
brightly.
私
My name is
お姉と
Sonozaki
似てるのは
Sion.
外見だけなんですよ。
I'm really similar to my older sister in
お姉は
appearance.
大
My
雑把で暑苦しい
sister is
人なんだけど、
rough around the edges
私は
and
几帳面
hot-headed,
だけ
and
ど
I'm a
涼しい人
composed
なん
and
です。
methodical person. I remember what Dana said. Dana and I have been talking about earlier. Yeah. I said that they looked the same, but their personalities were different. While Dana said they were both the same. Interesting. I don't know what tipped her off, but then I figured out that Sion was Mion. Also, related to that, she said that I had hurt Mion. Dana had only given one hint. That was, why is Mion pretending to be Sion?
シオンは俺のことミオン
Sion,
からなん
what
て
did
聞
you
い
hear
てる
about
ん
me
だ
from Mion?
お姉はケイ
My
ちゃんの
sister
こ
seems to
と
have
お気
taken
に
a
上
liking to you.
手にい
She
ろいろ
talks
と
to you,
部活の
she talks
話と
about
か
you quite a bit.
やられたと
Like
かやり返したと
like
か
about club activities,
そんな
about getting
男の子
pranked,
みたいな
pranking you
話ば
back,
かりで
boys kind
本
of
当
stories.
に仲がい
You
いん
really
で
do
す
get along.
ね。
Boys kind of stories, huh? I'm come to think of it, there was something, I think there was something Sion told me before. Kitan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? Was that what happened? But her Mion herself said that she wished she'd been one of mine, but being a girl didn't suit her. She said a lot of things to that effect, didn't she?
ケイちゃん、
Kitan, you look like you're having fun.
あいや
Oh no,
そ
that's
んな
not
ことない
true.
よ。
隠し事が下手な
Even
く
though
せ
you're
に
bad at hiding
嘘
things,
つこうとするんで
you
すよ
sure
ね。
like to lie, don't you?
だから憎めないんですけ
Still,
ど
I don't hate you for it. Saying that, she lightly dropped my forehead. Even though she was enjoying herself, I was just trying to figure out how I'd hurt Mion. I was having a hard time figuring out the Rodena had left me with.
ほら、あれ
Hey, you see that? Don't you think it's
綺麗だ
pretty?
と思いません？
You think even a guy would find it pretty?
へ
Hey,
え綺麗だな。
yeah, it is pretty. Sion was having fun window shopping, dragging me by all sorts of stores I would never normally enter. Oh, interesting. It wasn't like she was begging me to buy her anything, and I wasn't getting bored either. It was just something to talk about while we walked around. It wasn't an easy-going way. We browsed through numerous stores. We discussed all sorts of topics I knew nothing about, but I didn't lose interest. I had the feeling that she was good at conversation.
ケイちゃんって
Kei-chan,
こういうの初めてですか？
is this your first time doing this
あ
kind
あ
of thing?
こんな小
Yeah, it
物
is.
のお
If
店なん
somebody
か
didn't bring
こうし
me
て連
into
れてきて
these
もらわなかった
accessory
ら
shops,
一
I
生
don't
入
think
ら
I'd
なかっ
set
た
foot in one in my entire
そう
life.
いうのじゃなくて
Not that I mean more
So-
like this.
こういう感じの
I love that when she linked her arm with mine. Oh boy. Hey, you
そん
don't
なに
have to act
女
so
の子と
surprised.
腕を組む
It's
くら
not
い
surprising to.
そんなに恥ずかしいことなんで
It's
す
not
か？
embarrassing to arm to a girl, is it? Sion's expression was a little bit miffed but suggestive at the same time.
別に
I'm
恥ずかしくなんか
not
ね
that
腕が欲し
embarrassed.
けりゃ
If you want some
一本
arms,
で
I
も
can
二本で
spare
も
one or
ほら
two. Here.
ケイちゃんって本当に退屈しない人ですね。
Kei-chan,
お
you
姉
really
の
know
お
how
気
to
に入り
entertain
っての
someone. I
も
see
よくわ
why.
かります。
Just to
いらねえ
take
な
a
ら
like
引っ込める
if
ぞ
you,
腕
if you don't want my arm, I'm taking it
そ
back.
んなそんな喜んで拝借いたしますわ。
Loving in her good spirits. Sion not her arm with mine. My heart skipped a beat. Eat.
反応を楽しみたい
This
の
question might be a
で意
bit
地悪
mean,
に
but I
質
wanna.
問しますけど、
But I want to
Kei-chan,
enjoy seeing your
女
reaction.
の子と腕
Kei-chan,
組ん
have
だ
you
こと
ever
ありま
had
す？
been on and on with a girl
林
before?
間学校のキャン
Around
プ
the
ファイヤー
bonfire
で
at
って
a
のは
field
な
trip
しでで
doesn't
す。
count, by the way. That little devil. She was asking that question knowing full well what the
林
answer
間
would
学
be.
校を
Well,
封
a
じられ
field
ると
trips around. This is
辛いな
rough.
そうだと思い
I
まし
thought
た。
as
その
much.
いたずらっ
That
ぽい
English
笑い
stuff, it
方
really isn't. It really is the same as Mion's.
本
You
当に
really are
ミオンが
Sion,
シオンだ
right?
って
You're not just
嘘をついてるんじゃ
Mion
ない
saying
の
that
か
you're Sion, are you?
お姉がシオンのふりをしてるかもしれないって思ってます？
My sister might pretend
さ
to
っ
be
きまでは
me.
双子だと思ってたが 悪ふざけの仕方がミオンとそっくりすぎるからな。
I thought that you were twins until now, but the way you just mess around is
口では
exactly
そう
like
ケイ
Mion.
ちゃんはちゃん
You're
と
just
私
saying
とお
that
姉
you
を
can
グ
tell
ッ
us
と
about easily.
お姉がこうやって腕を取ってきた
What
ら
do you
ケイちゃん
mean
ド
by
キド
that?
キしますか
If my sister was holding her arm like this, would you get
する
nervous?
関節
I
技
would
で
I'd
も
be
かけられ
completely
るんじゃ
honest
ないかと
worrying
思って
about when she goes for an arm lock. She almost so hard she could. She had to hold on to
おい
her
お
side.
い
Yeah,
肩
it's
腹
really
を
that
押さ
funny
え
you
て
have to hurry
涙止める
now.
くらいに。
お姉
No,
って
no,
しょ
it's
うが
just
な
I
い
was thinking
な
about
と
her
年
because my
頃の
sister
男
is
の子
using
と
you
腕を組ん
to
で心臓を高鳴らすこともできないなんて
she's in
本
an
当
arm
に
with
女
him.
の子
She
失格
really
で
is
す
a
よね
failure. I remembered once again I'd heard somebody say that
お
before.
姉は男の子に生まれ
Sometimes I
た方
think
が
the
良か
message
ったん
would
じゃ
have
ない
been
か
better
な
when
と
she
そ
was
したら
born. Oh my god.
私も
If
惚
you
れ
did
て
it,
るか
I
も
might
な
have fallen.
なんちゃって
Oh my god. I kind of wish she didn't say that because I would have been able to take fun. I would have been able to take the piss out of that statement so much. Oh my god. Bro. These people
ミオン
have
も
good
男の子に生
morals,
まれた限り
obviously.
だなんて言ってたな。
Obviously. Mion did say something about wanting to be a boy.
Onee wa
My sister
女
was
の
on
子
the
が
fence
し
of
たいのか男の子が
whether
した
she
いの
wants to
か
be a boy or a
ま
girl.
あ
And
不
well,
吉祥な生
it's
き方
surprising she
の
always
ツケで
pays
すか
for
ら
living
ね
an awkward
ほっとい
lifestyle.
さっ
Just
きから
leave her.
実の姉に
Just
随
leave
分
her
な
be.
言い方だな。
You've been saying some pretty harsh things about your sister right now.
私
My si-
ミオンのどことなく
Mion
甘
has
えた
some
ところ
soft parts
好き
that
じゃ
I
ない
don't
んで
like.
す
The way Sion talked somehow sounded
シオンっ
cold.
て
Sion, do you not get
ま
along
あ
with
そ
Mion?
こそ
Well,
こ
we
は
get
仲良
along
くし
well
てます
enough.
でも姉
Still,
妹
there's
と
a
し
few
て
things
許
for
せ
which
な
I
いな
can't
ってと
forgive
ころ
her.
はいっ
It's
ぱい
her sister.
あれ見
Hey,
てて
look at
可愛
that.
いと思いま
Don't
せ
you
ん
think it's cute? Oh, it's this toy shop. I turned around to look at where Sion was pointing. What was there? What was there? Was the familiar display of a window of a toy shop? The same shop. There was a stage for the incident that occurred during last Sunday's club activities. What Sion was pointing out was a display with a plethora of adorable dolls that looked like some sort of
女の
girls
子っ
would
て
like. I wonder why
どう
girls
してこう
like
いうの
these
が好きな
type
の
of
かな。
things.
だって可愛
It's
いケ
because
イち
they're
ゃんは
cute.
可
Don't
愛
you
い
think
と
they're cute,
俺は
Kei-chan?
男だから
I'm a man, so I don't really get that
まあ
vibe.
ケイちゃん
Now,
は
now,
この
which
中
one do
で
you think is the
一
cutest
番
out
可
of
愛い
all
の
of
はどれ
these?
だと思います
Sion pulling on my motion to the pile of dolls. They were lined up like they were the close sisters taking a commemorative photo. A few of them seemed strangely familiar.
こっち側に
I've
並んでる
seen
4つは
four
見
over
覚えが
there
あるな。
somewhere. Oh, I
やっ
guess
ぱ
they
り
really
ケイ
are
ちゃんでも
famous.
知ってるく
If
らいだか
even
ら
you know about them, Sion sounded impressed.
最近イギリスから入ってきたばかり
These
の
new
新
dolls
作
that
な
were
んで
just
すこ
brought
の
in
辺では
from
まだ売って
England,
ますけ
Jesus
ど
Christ.
都市部の方じゃ
They
品切れ
still
状
have
態
some
で
available here,
安さ
but
がポイントのはずな
around
の
the
に
cities they
変
have
に
the
高
trouble
騰しちゃってる
keeping
そうですよ
them on the shelves. Even though they're supposed to be inexpensive, it seems like they're starting to come off
女の子っ
at
て
a premium.
いい年に
And
な
it's
って
gonna
も
still like this
こういうのが
kind
好
of
きな
thing,
んだな。
even if you grow up, even if they grow up.
人にもよるでしょうけ
It
ど
depends on the person, but I
人
think
形
the
とか
girls
ぬ
who
いぐ
don't
るみ
like
とかを
dolls
嫌い
and
な女の子っ
stuffed
て
animals are
そ
pretty
んなに
few
い
and
ないと
far
思います
between.
あの男女のお姉で
Even
す
my
ら
tomboy sister
Kawaii
said
って
these
言って
were adorable.
ミオン
Oh,
も
even
可愛い
Leon
ってい
says
うの
they're
は
adorable. That is
そ
pretty
りゃす
amazing.
ごいことだな。
That's right, I just remembered the story and I gave this one to us after Sunday's event, except for Mion, who was a relative. Everybody had gotten something.
やっぱり
I really do think
あ
that
れが
one's the
ドレスの
best.
ふわふわな感じが
Really
本当に
just gives it
それ
something.
だ、この店
That's
のマス
it,
タ
that's the
ー
one
に
the shop
俺がもら
owner
ったや
gave
つ
to
だ。
me.
らしいですね
So it seems. Sion replied softly but
吉郎お
clearly.
じさんが
I'm gonna
日
use
曜日のイベントを盛り上げて
Yoshiro
くれたお礼に
Now, those are as a thanks for having livened things up at
お姉が
Sunday's
連れ
event.
てきた
It
友
seems
達
he
4
gave
人に
them
配ったんだそう
four,
です
gave them to the four friends my sister brought
ドレ
along.
スの人形は
So
ケ
you
イちゃ
got
ん
the
が
doll
もら
with
っ
the
てどう
dress
でし
then.
たかと
What
っ
did
て
you
も可愛
think?
かった
It
で
was
しょ
really cute, right? As a man, there was no thing.
じゃあ
I
そ
didn't
の
think
人
it was
形
cute. So what
持
did
っ
you
て
do
て
with
も
the
しょう
doll?
がな
I
いか
really
ら
wasn't gonna do
あげちゃっ
anything
たよ。
with it, so I gave it to someone. To who? As Sion laughed, I could hear an audible click going through my head, like the piece of a jigsaw puzzle snapping into place. Could this really be it?
今日はみんな
Thank you
本当
very
にあ
much
り
for
お
today,
かげでイベ
everyone.
ン
You
トは
made
大
the
盛り
event
大した
turn
もの
out
じゃない
great.
けど
It's not much, but here's something extra
今
for
日の
today.
おだち
私にはないのおだち
Uncle Yoshiro, isn't there something for me too?
か わいいのが出てきましたわよ。
When Satogo and Katana opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside.
これ
Wow, they're so cute. Can I take them home?
ってこと
Oh,
は
really can.
俺のも
That
か
means
な
there's something for me too.
なんだ
What?
か
I got a pretty
やたら可愛いのが出て
adorable
きたぞ
one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress or one you'd use to play house. Lena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Sadako was the same, and Rika-chan too. I see, it wasn't just Lena, Sadako, and Rika-chan. There was only one other person who seemed jealous. Oh.
ケイちゃんには
I guess
一
I got
番
the
似合
one
わ
that
ないの
fits
が出
him
て
the
きちゃったね
least. Not wanting for her expression to give it away, she had said that to hide her
なんつうの
embarrassment.
か
Well, I guess it's cute
プリ
maybe
ティ
I
っ
can
ていう
admit it.
かキュー
It's
トっていう
adorable,
か
but a doll with changeable
可愛いのは
clothes
認めるんだ
is
が
ケイちゃんが持ってた
if
ら
you walked around with it, then you'd be
確実に明日
treated
か
like
ら
a
あれな
weirdo
趣味の人
starting
ある
tomorrow,
からね
definitely. Mion's usual decent way of talking. I looked around to see who I should give the doll to. Mion was right in front of me. Mion was the only one who hadn't recently received a present, so I thought about giving it to her, but I didn't. You're giving it to me, Tadana, thank you. Then away from Mion's covetous gaze, I gave the doll Tadana. Mion smiled bore into my bag. There was nowhere I couldn't have noticed. Why did I not give it to Mion? Since Mion was the only one who didn't get anything, would it have just been standard practice to give it to her? At that time, I had noticed something was wrong. That's why I said it.
保身のためだよ
Just protecting
レナにあ
myself
げ
if
な
I
いと
didn't give it to
夜
Lena,
道が
then
怖い
walking the streets at night would be scary. Hmm.
違いない
No
違い
doubt,
ミオン
no
にあ
doubt.
げようかと
I
思
thought
った
about
けど
giving it to Mion, but it
ち
just
ょっと
didn't
違う
feel
よ
right.
な
Something dark flickered briefly in Mion's eyes, but at the time I didn't notice it. I had thought to give it to Mion. Why didn't I?
へへへへ
You know,
分
you
か
know.
ってるじゃない私
You
さ
know, I sometimes
どう
wonder
して
why
男に生まれなかったのかなと思う時ある
Mion
よ
had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realise that I had hurt her. It's odd.
そうだな
That's
ミオンって
right. Mion is more
かっ
suited
こい
for
いだか
couples.
らこの店
So
の手伝い
I
は
think having
シオンちゃん
you
が来
help
て
her
正
here
解
was
だ
the
ったと
right
思うぜ
choice. Huh? Sion asked, probably thinking she misheard me.
その制服
That uniform
ミ
it
オン
would
なんか
have
には
never
絶対に
suited
シオンちゃん
somebody
には
like Mion,
よ
but
く
it's
似合ってると
Sion,
思うし
I
さ
think it works.
え
You mean
それっ
that
てあの
Sion, like Redena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. Mion seemed really happy. She seemed really happy that I complimented Sion. Saying that it didn't suit Mion, but it suited Sion. Saying that it suited her seemed to make her happy. Ooh, so is it just? I wonder if this thing is just going to be like,
えっと
I don't
ミオ
know,
ンの
just.
双子の妹なんだ
I
よ
think it's either like jealousy for how Katie feels of Sion, or it could either just be that, I don't know, she doesn't really feel right. She feels a little bit hurt by things that weren't even intentional to get hurt by. Right, let's read on. Mion's younger twin sister, she's got a different personality, but she's a dead
そう
ringer
そ
from
う
Mion.
外見は
That's
似て
right,
る
we
けど
look
中身は
similar,
大
but
違
our
いなんだ
personalities
私は
are
優しくて
different
思慮深いけど
completely.
シオンは冷め
I'm
て
very
て
kind
お
and
っかない
thoughtful,
性
but
格なん
Sion
だ
has
よ
a
多分
cold and scary
生まれた時
personality.
に
I think
ミ
that
オン
when
の
you guys
女
were
の子ら
born,
しい部
Sion
分は
was
ミオン
very
と
nice.
違って
Unlike Mion's, he's a
実に
cute
は
and
にかんだ
cheerful
笑顔の
girl.
似合う
Mion
可
had a
愛い
strange
女
face
の
that
子
was
なんだ
both angry and happy at the same time. Oh, that could be it, maybe. It seemed like she was happy that I said Sion was cute. Sneaking a look inside the box to say that she just, but some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. That was an elegant meal stuffed inside.
これ
Is it really okay?
タバ
There's
スコ
not
とか
like
が
a
いっぱい
ton of
入ってるとか
hot sauce mixed in
そ
or
ういう冗
anything,
談じゃないの
right?
かよ
お姉じゃない
Jeez,
ん
I'm
で
not my
すから
sister, I wouldn't do
別
that type
に
of
嫌
thing.
なら無
If
理
you
し
don't
なく
like
て
it, you
も
don't have to force
帰って
yourself.
自分で食べちゃいますか
I'll
ら
just go home and eat it myself. I'm not my sister at all. That's how she said it. Sion was insisting that she wasn't Mion. And she was saying that she was Sion and I shouldn't think of her as Mion. When Mion was Sion, it carried a special meaning.
みーちゃんって不思議で
Mi-chan's pretty
女の子なん
mysterious,
だ
right?
け
She's
ど
a
男の子みたいってい
she's
う
a
か
girl, but it's like she's a guy. That's what Lena said.
でもね
But you
そんな
see,
みーちゃ
even
ん
that
は
Mi-chan is actually
本
really
レ
funny.
ナお前
Lena,
ミオンにい
how
くら
much
もらっ
did
たんだよ
Mion pay you exactly?
違
That's not
う
true.
ちゃん
Jesus,
とし
I'm
た
trying to
話
have
を
a
してるん
serious
だよ
conversation,
Hello?
Then I began to pout. Now probably wasn't the
み
time to
ー
go
ちゃ
for
ん
it.
は部活の
I'm
部長
joking.
さんだから
Uh,
みんなのリーダーと
Mi-chan's
して
the
頑張ってる
club
けど
president, so she's trying hard to lead
本当
everybody.
は
but
だって
she's
それ
really very keen.
特
I
に
wouldn't
圭一君に
don't
は
want to forget that
忘れてほしくないの。
That was never a riddle to begin with. Lena was saying the answer right from the beginning. Yeah. That's really interesting.
それで
So then, I don't know
もう
what's going
私、
on anymore.
ケイちゃんに悪気がなか
I
った
know
のは
Kei-chan
分かって
doesn't
る。
mean anything wrong.
分かっ
At
てる
least
つ
he
もり。
didn't intend to. Yeah, Kei-chan
圭
isn't
一
the
君
type
は
of person
だ
to
から
hurt others, so
兄
there's
ちゃん
no
が
reason
痛
for
み
you
を
to
覚え
feel
る
hurt
必要
by
なんか
this
じゃ
meeting.
あ
Then why
悔しい
was
の
it
か
frustration, sadness? I don't
そ
know
れ
at
と
all.
も悲しいの。欲しかったあの
Did you
人
want
形
it? The doll.
レナがもらったのをあげても何にも解
It
決
really
にな
wouldn't
らない
help
もん
even if I
ね。
gave you the doll, like, oh, would it?
そうだね。
You're right.
じゃあみーちゃ
How
ん
are this meeting?
圭一君におねだりしてごらんよ。正面からぶつ
You
かっ
might
て
be
み
able
た
to
方
solve the
が
problem if you tackle
結構
it head on. There's no
そ
way
ん
I
な
could
の
do that.
できるわけないじゃない。今さら
Is it too
はず
embarrassing to
ミ
do
オンじゃ
now?
ない私で
I want to try again as somebody other
もう
than
一
me.
回やり直したい。
What?
そうしたら
This time I can
今
be
度は
more
もっ
honest
と
with myself.
ミオンとしての
Don't get me wrong,
ケイちゃん
I'm
との関係は
pretty
とても気に入ってる
fond
よ。
of the relationship I have
わ
with
がまま
Kei-chan.
だと知ってる
This
けど
might be selfish, but one more time.
もう一回きっと気づいてくれ
Kei-chan
るよ。
will definitely notice. I wonder if that's true.
レナも応援す
I
る
don't
か
want you to want
らみー
to.
ちゃんの
So
悲
let's
し
find a
み
way
が
for
軽
you
くなる
to
方
ease your
私を
sadness.
信じて
Believe me.
みーちゃんを
I
泣か
won't
せたり
let
なん
anything
か
happen that will make you
絶
try
対
and
に
reach out.
信じる
I'll believe.
信じる。きっと圭一君はみーちゃんのことも分かってくれるよ。
Kei-chan will definitely come to
それで
understand.
ね
He's
無神経なことを言ってごめんねって言って
something so cool.
あのお店にみーちゃんを連れて行って
Bring to
あ
that
の
store
人
and
形
buy
を
that
プレ
for
ゼ
you
ン
as
ト
a present. Yeah, yeah.
そうしたら
And then
み
Michan
ーちゃん
would
茶
be
化し
able
ちゃ
to
ダ
say
メだ
thank
よ
you. You can't
素直
fool
に言うん
around.
だから
Say it honestly. Yeah. Yeah.
欲しいなって言ったら
If I said I wanted it, Kei-chan, would you buy it for me? Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. Wait, oh god. I'm so confused, so... No, this can't be like... This Sion, it can't be Mion trying again. It can't be. No, I'm actually in disbelief of that. No. Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. I would have reflexively begun to lightly tease her to hide my embarrassment, but like Mion, I quelled that impulse.
いいよミオン、今日ま
Okay,
での
Mion,
お礼ってこ
as
と
thanks for
で
everything until today, I'll
どれ
buy
でも買ってやるよ。
whichever one you want. My voice is cracked with the unfamiliar words and orders to not lose Mion by trying her best. Trying her best. I try my best as well.
だから
But I'm
私
not Mion, I'm Sion.
じゃあシオンに
Sion
買って
then,
や
I'll
るよ。
buy it for you, Sion. Oh shit, he doesn't realise. Oh no, I have a feeling this is going to be a bad mistake. I think this is the worst thing he could do. Fuck. Sion looked down, red face, she pointed the doll in the dress through the store window. Is
あのド
everybody
レスの
okay?
だけ
The
は
one in the dress is a
値
little
段の問題じゃない
expensive,
だろ
isn't it? This
気持
isn't
ち
a
の
matter
問題
of
だよ。
price, this is a matter of feelings.
私
When I was there by Jet and
今日は
Kei-chan
ケイちゃんに
those unsavory
嫌な
customers
お客さ
today,
んから助けてもら
I
い
was really
先輩たちも
happy.
みんな助けてくれ
Even
なか
though
ったの
my
に
co-workers didn't say me,
ケイちゃ
Kei-chan
ん
did.
だけは私の肩をグイっ
You
て
grabbed me by the shoulder really
あの
firmly,
時
right? Right then, you were really
なのに
cool. Even
私
then, I was so embarrassed I
恥ず
couldn't
かしく
probably
て
express my
ちゃんとしたお礼もできなくて
I climbed my head down on Sion's head, hand on Sion's head and ruffled her rightly, like how I would to Lena and the others. When I did that, Sion, like Lena, would have spaced out and
そんな難しいのは抜
You
きでい
don't
い
have
よ
to。think too hard
あの
about
時
it. I should
あ
have
げ
just
てれば
given
よ
it
か
to
っ
you
た
back
んだ。
then.
そうすれば
If I did
みんな楽しく笑ってられたん
then
だ。
everybody would have had a good laugh. Sion didn't respond. She had turned bright red, like she was trying to hold back laughter and tears. Hmm.
今買ってくれよ。
I'll go and buy it for you right now. Wait right there. Oh,
私も一緒に行きます
saying that, she grabbed onto my arm once again. She wasn't trying to be stoic anymore.
お姉がどうしてケ
I
イ
think
ち
I
ゃん
know
のこ
why
と
my
ね
sister likes
ケ
you.
イちゃん
Hey,
のこと
is
ちょ
it
っぴり好
alright
きに
if
な
I
っても
start to like you
いいですか
a bit too, Kei-chan? The unfamiliar situation made my hands start to spin. Whoa, what am I doing? I had reached my limits. Whining wildly to hide my embarrassment, I dragged Sion into the store with me.
すみません、表のショーウィンドウにあるドレスの人形が欲しいんですけど。
Oh shit, he doesn't know. Mion works here, doesn't she? Oh God. After a moment, I heard a voice of acknowledgement, and an apron-clad employee soon appeared. Fuck. Kei-chan, and why are you here?
バイト中のお
This
姉
has
には
nothing to do with
私
you. I'm on a date
ケイちゃ
with...
んとデート中なんですから
I'm on a date with Kei-chan right now. What? Why is Kei-chan? Even if you ask why, I'd like to answer myself. Mion looked at me with an expression of confusion and surprise, but that was the same with me. If she was there, then who was next to me?
最初から
I
そ
said
の
it right at
崎
the
シオン
beginning. I'm
お姉の
Sonozaki
双子の
Sion.
妹
My
ケイちゃんだって私のこ
sister's
とを
younger twin,
シオン
Kei-chan.
って呼
You
ん
call
で
me
たじゃ
Sion,
ないです
didn't
か
you? Sion, saying that pouted cutely.
ど
What
ういう
is
こと
going
説
on?
明してよ
Tell me, Sion.
別にお姉がご就寝のケイちゃんってどんな人なのかなって思って
This Kei-chan, you were so infatuated with
デ
was.
ザートフェスタのチケ
So
ッ
I'm
ト
happy
都合してあげ
to...
たんです
So I happened to give him a ticket to the dessert
そした
festival.
らケイちゃん
That
私
there
が
when I
嫌
was
なお
being
客さん
bothered
に
by all
絡ま
sorts
れ
of
ている
troublesome
ところに
customers,
さっ
Kei-chan
そうとバッ
gallantly
タバッ
appeared
タ
and
と
said
なぎ
he was
倒して
kicking at
私
me
を助けてく
to
れ
the
て
curb or something like that. Oh no! What? Both Mion and I raised our voices pathetically, expressing our confusion to the
ミオン
utmost.
が
Mion,
電
you
話を
phoned me
くれたろ昨日さ
yesterday,
し
right?
ないよ私
I
何の
didn't.
ことか
I
全
have
然
no
わ
idea
かん
what
ない
you're talking about.
私
I delivered the
ケ
minter
イちゃ
for
ん
you,
あれ
didn't
は
I,
私
Kei-chan?
だもんね
That was me, right?
それともあれ
Or
お
was
姉
it
だった
my
の
sister?
園崎ミオンと
Oh
もあ
my
ろう
god, the
お方
person
が
known as Sonozaki
手作り弁
Mion
当を
put
作
together
っ
a
て
minter
男
and
の子の家に海外しく
went to
届
our
け
boy's
に行っ
home
たと
to
へ
deliver
え
it. Maybe I were
お
a
姉っ
bit
て見かけ
bolder.
によらず
I
大
knew
胆
that serious with a loud pop, a trail of smoke began to rise from Mion's head.
いやいや知らない知らない
No, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, I don't
ほ
know,
ら
I
ね
don't know.
ケイちゃん
See,
お姉
Kei-chan,
は
my
知らな
sister
い
says
っ
she
て
doesn't know.
だから昨日まで
So
のは
everything up
全
until
部
yesterday
私
was me,
園崎シ
Sonozaki
オン私
Sion.
のふりをしたお姉かもしれないって
You
思
might
っ
have
て
thought it
た
was
か
my
もし
sister
れないけど
pretending to be me,
こ
but
れ
it
で
is.
疑いは晴れたで
There's
しょ
no doubt. Right? I couldn't tell down from the moment. If there was a mirror around, I could have seen my eyes go wide from shock.
店員さん
Now, this
表の
metal
ショー
shop,
ケースの人
little
形
my shop,
包んで
did
く
you
だ
wrap
さいね
up that
大
door
好
in
き
the
にな
window?
った
It's
人
the
からの
first
初めて
present
のプ
from
レゼントだか
the
ら
person I've gone to love, so
ちゃんと
make
リボ
sure
ン付
you
きで梱
tie
包
it
してほ
up
しいです
nicely with a ribbon. Mion, completely flustered, was being cornered by sly-faced Sion. My brain has stopped working. What? Wait, huh?
そんな何がどうな
What
って
is happening?
じゃあ行こうケイちゃん
Well, let's go,
もう
Kei-chan.
暗くなってき
It's
たか
already
ら
dark out of the
お
world.
ね
See,
悪いけど
is
沖
this
宮
so
の家
that
に電
could
話
you
して
find out
車を
some
回
walking
す
on
よう
the
に
island?
自転車を
Have
積
them
めるよう
send
に
out a car,
ワゴン
maybe
か
a
何
van
か
that
で来て
we
ほしい
could
って伝えて
fit a
ね
bike into, please? Fucking hell. Wow. You can fit a bike into a van. How much money do these people have? In contrast to Sion, who had glee written all over her face, Mion was an empty shell and looked like she could burst into tears any moment. Oh, Kei-chan.
ケイちゃん
After that, Mion's grumblings were unrelenting. Oh god. I don't think that could have went worse. I mean, Sion got like probably the best out of it, but like Mion and Keiichi, boy, they're gonna have some shit. Oh god. Oh, that's such a painful I don't know, just turning of events the next day. Right, I'm gonna save here. I sadly don't have enough time for anything else because I do have school tomorrow. Oh god. I have a feeling it's gonna get really sad now. Oh god. I just hear the music and I can tell. Well, yeah, who knows. This is when they cry. I should be used for it. I should be prepared for it even. Well, yeah. I'm gonna go now. I'm really excited to play this tomorrow actually. It's gonna be very interesting. I hope it's not gonna get too sad. I feel really bad for Mion here. I really hope, like, I don't know if it'll be sorted. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna end it. See you guys.